What up, survivors? Welcome to D180, the horror movie podcast, taking you on a ride. Thanks for riding with us. I am AJ.
And I'm Janae.
And it's a new theme. It's first of all. It's April Fool's Day. We did not plan this out, Janae.
Oh.
Tell him a joke. Hurry.
I don't have a joke, but I kind of have like some unexpected news.
Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Wait, are you shitting me? Are you for real? Is this an April Fool's joke? Bitch, where are you going? What the fuck? What is happening? Am I getting pranked? What's going on? This is real life. I'm not joking with you guys. I'm trying to figure this out. What's happening?
I'm not moving yet, but you know.
Oh, this is not a joke.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What is that? No.
You know what? That was not planned. You know what? I don't even want to play a joke on y'all no more because that was enough. Because well, anyway, I gotta get myself together after that. That was wow, my heart dropped. I'm thinking you about to say I don't know what I thought you was finna say, man. I don't know. That was
pregnancy jokes are played out, so
yeah. Because I was like, she's not that cliche. Like you weren't gonna do that. Like, damn. You know what? I knew when April came around, she was gonna get brand new on us, and she's been telling us this. I just didn't think it would be so soon. That's all.
It'll all decide in a year. We have time. But then, we can take the show on the road.
Yeah. Like, where you gonna go? Sis?
Exactly. As long as I got good internet, which we gonna have to work on. But
I am still dead over here. I still gotta get my shit together because, bitch, that was a bomb. Like, goddamn. Anyway, it is a brand new theme. That means this month we are no longer talking about clowns. That's gone. That's out the window. We're gonna hear Janae talk some more. I'm sorry. Okay, first of all, don't act like you ain't like at least one movie.
It was tolerable.
I'm surprised you said that.
It was.
Our new theme is Toybox Terrors. And our first ride is one of my favorite movies. But first, before we get there, I have to introduce our guests. First of all, when I asked them to be on the show, I had no idea what movie they were going to pick. I'm glad they picked this one. My favorites, and hopefully your favorites too, because we name drop them like almost every other podcast. The Horror Bandwagon. What's up, y'all?
Oh my God. Hello. We've been holding our breath this entire time. We were like, wait, we need a grand entrance. We're going to wait our turn. But Donna, you got, I was like, oh my God.
I saw your face. I saw you look at Cody. I was just shook. I was like,
do we need to mute ourselves? Do we need to should we exit for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. I do love your dramatic pause though. I feel like that was necessary.
She's never done this to me before. So
I love it. You got to keep you on your toes, you know?
Right, you know?
She's a Sagittarius. I expect this from her.
Yeah, with the Scorpio moon and a Capricorn rising, you know?
Jesus.
Chaos.
Oh, baby, no, that ain't gonna
Oh,
work.
Hi, guys. I mean, first off, thank you so much for having us on and just being at the park. It's such a nice day to be out at the park right now. Like, we've been looking, we have our VIP passes, we have our express passes right now. We're ready to go on this ride. But we are the Horror Bandwagon, and my name is Sergio.
And my name is Cody.
Oh my God, are we really going to go through a rehearsed thing? Sorry, guys, if it seems, we've said this thing so many times. We are the Horror Bandwagon. We have a podcast that we release wherever you listen to your podcast. We also have a YouTube channel that we release videos, and we do stuff there too sometimes. And our podcast is pretty much about me, a horror lover,
and me, a complete scaredy cat.
Yeah, and then I kind of pretty much put him through the ringer on certain horror movies and see if he still loves me at the end. Do you still love me?
I do still love you.
It's the cutest shit ever. I'm telling you. I love it. From the reaction videos on YouTube, when you guys post your new episodes. The latest one that I listened to, I didn't get to the new one yet.
Okay.
But that's how Regina George died.
Final Destination.
Yes. When I'm listening to the episode, I know that Cody might have seen the movie, or 9 times out of 10 might not have seen the movie, just like Janae. And I'm listening when Cody's like going off about what he thinks about the movie, and sometimes I'm like, you know what? You kind of got a point.
No, don't encourage him.
And I understand. I know horror movie logic. You got to suspend your disbelief, because I fight with Janae on this all the time. I feel you, but it's sometimes I'm like, you know what, Cody, damn. You kind of got a point. I can't argue.
Okay, no, there's something in the water, guys, because every person that we've met has always been like, Cody's got a point. Cody, like, what is going on?
It's like sometimes I'm like, ooh, wait, you got a point.
Or maybe I'm just too stubborn. Maybe I need to like loosen up a little bit.
I was just gonna say, if we agree about everything, then we wouldn't have a podcast.
That's true.
Yeah,
This is absolutely true. No, I love it. I'm telling you guys, get into it. Make sure you subscribe so you can run them numbers up, because you know that's all we about here. Leave them a review, check them out, tell them, well, I mean, you're a survivor. They know where you came from, but represent your clique, you know. Now let's get into this movie. Our first ride, just in case somehow you missed the park guide that we posted that I spent like 5 minutes on Canva on.
Damn.
If you missed it.
Let's say 5 minutes. That's it.
Good. you know, just saying. Our ride for today is A Child's Play 2 from 1990, aka the best fucking horror sequel you will ever see in your life.
Nothing else to say, like,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because I really name another sequel. Coco. I know you're going to say Scream 2, but you're a Ghostface fan, and you know what? We'll see. So yeah, if you want to argue, y'all can argue on our Twitter, but let's chat for a little bit. Everybody, from all the Chucky movies that you have seen, which is your favorite Chucky look, and why is it this movie?
We actually spoke about this.
This is a lot of pressure. Oh my God. It's like that intro you gave us right now. You were just like, if you don't say Child's Play 2, if you don't give us these vibes right now, you're kicked off this podcast. Like,
It's fine.
I will
It's fine.
say-
I do that so much, and then I'm always like, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
I will say that this Chucky look is like pure evil.
Absolutely. This one, I don't know how they did it in the first one, but this one had absolutely no CGI at all.
I love that. I'm
No.
always a fan of just like pure anything animatronic, anything simple, nothing that, especially at that time, probably it would have looked fake as fuck. Oh, can I curse on this? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It would
I'll be
have
cursing
looked.
up a storm.
It would have looked so fake, but I do agree. He looks kind of grimy and menacing in this one. For some reason, I don't know what. And I'm very glad that they took inspiration from this Chucky look and brought it over to the Chucky series, because I feel like this is his best look. And I want to say maybe like the doll replica is a little bit more closer to Child's Play 2. Which I am currently saving up to get a Chucky doll, because I
want that one too. I want all 3 of them.
I
want
need
the whole family. I'm just like,
John is
Mr.
like, no,
Mancini.
you won't have one.
you don't.
No.
You know you want a little red head around your house.
No.
And-
I have walked past that doll in Spencer's. I walked past that doll at that horror convention I went to in May. And I'm just like, no, thank you.
But
It's
I'm
just
just
up too
gonna-
high to
I'm
me.
totally with you, Janae. I'm gonna go ahead and just state for the record, so that it's memorialized forever. The Chucky doll, when it gets into our house, because I know I have no control over that, it will be living in a locked cabinet, much like the real Annabelle. I
was like,
I
not
just
Annabelle.
don't need that in my life when we go to sleep.
And we're definitely getting Tiffany. Like we have to
we
get
have to.
Tiffany too. But
She's fine. She's a girl. But
Have you guys ever seen like the dollar store versions of the Chucky dolls?
Yeah, the one
Like
that has
those
like that one
weird-
big eye.
Oh God.
It's like the Stitch face Chucky, and it has
It's
like
usually,
literally
yeah.
the one big eye. Like the bundles are not flowing. The
Their
bundles
faces
is
look-
giving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's warped. It looks like just that looks scary. Like that
Yeah.
looks cursed.
Like, and it's funny because he does have so many lists, because the way I look at this franchise, a lot of are we even called anything? Like, you have Fred heads, good guys, I don't know, whatever we're
The
called.
good guys,
but
yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm like, I
Probably.
guess maybe. But you can kind of split it into 3 different eras, right? So you have the Child's Play era, which is all the
Mhm.
Child's Play movies. Then you have, I call it Stitch Face Chucky era, which is like just Bride and Seed.
Mhm.
And then you have New Chucky era, which is like Cult Curse. And I almost want to say you might as well just go ahead and throw, I mean, a series, I guess that can be like its own little thing, but each of them has their own Chucky look, and I'm really into it. But you can also have like your favorite era. I have no idea which is my favorite. This one is almost like Scream to me, where all the movies are kind of even. I know a lot of people don't like 3, me neither, but it's grown on it's grown on me to where, like, yeah, it might be at the bottom of my ranking, but you know, it's still cool.
I like the eras. I agree. I think the Child's Play series just goes hand in hand with Cult and Curse. I feel like they're just because that's where like the story starts to get a little crazy and crazy in a good way. You know,
Right.
like everything's connected. But I don't know. I gotta say my favorite is the Child's Play. I think I might be solidifying it. The Child's Play era. Is there just something nostalgic about that? Which also, Bride of Chucky is super nostalgic for me. I used to watch that on repeat all the time.
Because I think that was a lot of our first Chucky. Because I go back and forth, because I really cannot for the life of me remember which one I saw first. And we've done Bride, so if anybody wants to fact check me, go right ahead. I mean, run our views up. But I really cannot remember if Bride was first or 3 was first, because I know I seen them both around the same time. But yeah, I just feel like for Bride, that was a lot of baby millennials. That was our Chucky. Stitch Face Chucky was the one we was not fucking with. Like, keep that
True.
doll all the way. I was convinced that he was gonna come get me, especially because at the time I had all these little toys, all these Barbie dolls around my room. I just knew it was gonna be reverse Toy Story, and I was gonna get fucked up, and that was gonna be it.
I have a really like warm heart for Bride of Chucky only because I remember specifically that back in the day where my parents didn't have a car, we had to take the train over to a nearby, because there was no movie theater nearby, and we all loved horror movies because my parents introduced it. So we took a train over to like 3 towns over, and then waited, and then we missed one show time for Bride of Chucky. The next one was at like 10 p.m. And me and my parents, we just stood around, just like walked around and waited until we watched Bride of Chucky together. That was very nice for me. I
love
remember that moment.
Because my mama would have been like, all right, sis,
we going.
we going home. I would have been like, hey, okay, I guess.
Oh no, I was a drama queen. I would have cried. I'm sorry.
My mom would have been like, okay, you can cry your ass. She would have been like, yes, sis, we gonna catch the bootleg man on 5th. You good. We got you. This movie is currently streaming
Nowhere. Nowhere.
Too
Absolutely.
bad, guys.
Finesse
Cough
queen.
it up. Cough up that money. Rent
Yeah.
it.
Give Don Mancini your money, because we
Uh-huh.
actually do not mind giving our money to Don Mancini. Actually, if you want, I don't know, but at the time of recording, if you do not have it, that 7-disc box set, that's so
Oh, yeah.
fucking cute. It's 50% off right now on Amazon. You better hurry up. But yeah, no, go cop that because it's half off right now. That thing at first, like 2 years ago, before Chucky had his little reemergence with the remake and the series, it was $20. It's like $50 now, and it's 50% off. Go snatch it up. I snatched it so quick when I seen it was on sale because I didn't have it.
It's so funny because I purchased this when we went to watch it recently, and I told you, remember, I was like, I might as well just get that box set.
Might as well. Yeah. And it's so nice. I thought, because usually on Amazon it's a toss up when you order movies because you don't know what you're gonna get. Like, you'll see the pretty cover, and then when you get it, it's just like, you're like, what is this? I thought I was getting, but no, you get the whole complete box set with the sleeve. Everything looks super nice. All the DVDs have extra bonus features, all of that, so you do not have to worry about it.
Yes.
Let's go right ahead and get into
park recommendations.
For today's park recommendations, let me tell y'all something. Y'all about to be sick of me because I know I've talked about this movie before. Hi, Dylan. It's our movie girl. Our first movie is Pinocchio's Revenge from 1996. I go up for this movie. It's terrible. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a terrible movie. But here's the thing. If you've seen Child's Play, you need to see Pinocchio's Revenge because even though it came out years later, Pinocchio's Revenge is supposed to be what Child's Play was originally going to be. Now, I don't want to spoil it. You can find it on YouTube. That's how, bad. It's not bad. It's just it's a 90s movie of its time, and they just didn't have a budget. That's all. But the overall story is what Child's Play was supposed to be. And I don't want to spoil it, so just go check it out.
Whenever you say Pinocchio, I just get pika pika. Blame TikTok.
I feel like for the last 2 months we've just been speaking fluent TikTok.
Cause I've been sucked into the rabbit hole.
It's bad.
Don't you love it?
I've been too.
Oh my gosh. I know my boyfriend is tired of me because I be sending him stuff all the time. And he's like, Johnny, stop. And I'm like, I don't care. When you wake up, I don't care what time it is. You're going to watch all 34 TikToks that I sent you.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait.
I do the same
I
thing.
do too, but I wasn't expecting that number.
Yeah, 30. Oh, yeah.
It's not.
I got to reach 30.
That's a love.
You have to think. It's like a 8-hour time difference. So it's like I'm awake just sending stuff. And then by the time he wake up, he's like, what the hell?
My thing is, if someone's sending you TikToks, they love you.
Memes.
Yeah.
Songs.
They love you. That is a way to show your love. So if I send you a TikTok, you better at least haha on the thing. At least. Even if
I get in trouble if I don't respond. If I respond to 2 of the 3 TikToks that were sent to me, because I'm not on TikTok, and it's mostly because I know I have an addictive personality. It will be all that I do. I'm trying to hold myself away from that. But yeah, I'll get in trouble if I respond to number 1, number 3, but not number 2.
Oh yeah, and then I'm like, but you didn't see that one. Okay, come here. We're gonna see it together.
Or both of you me at the same time.
Oh,
I have some friends where I don't even send actual written text. We only communicate via links and memes.
I understand that.
I love it. I love it. I kind of feel like I know that Pinocchio movie.
It's
I feel like I've seen it in Blockbuster.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen the cover, but I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, it's like a really wooden
it
doll.
looks bad.
It looks bad. It's kind of bad. Once you get into it and you see what they're trying to do, if you're one of those people that can just watch bad horror movies, you'll be fine. And if you like Child's Play, you will be fine with that movie.
I don't think you can stand it. I feel like you would last maybe 10 minutes. I can't go any further.
It's very possible. Only one way to find out.
I'm telling you, well, it's on YouTube. It's right there for you. You can always press the exit button, My next movie comes from 2018. Now, this one, I saw this on Netflix. It's just a doll horror. You know how we do. Since we're talking about dolls, I'm going to throw all the doll movies at you. And this one is 2018's Sabrina. This one is about a toy manufacturer and his wife who are terrorized by this damn demon doll. Oh my goodness. A lot of chaos goes into it. I don't want to give anything away, but definitely go check that one out. It's still on Netflix. So, boom, there you go.
Oh my God, the cover looks terrifying.
Yeah.
This doll looks
Sabrina.
very weird.
Sabrina is something else. I will say that.
I love her curls though.
Mhm.
Oh God.
Why would you go look
Did you
at
see
it?
it? Yeah.
That's okay. I haven't even wanted to see Annabelle, so the fact that we're actually covering that this month, I'm not happy.
I don't even want to talk about Annabelle.
Now, cause you like hate the movies, or like cause you're like they're scary.
I'm glad you brought it up because I've been dying to talk about it for a fucking hot minute. First of all,
Me, I just think Annabelle's a bitch. That's all.
oh wow.
I don't do dolls.
I love doll
Fair.
horror,
Fair.
but I'm just like
And I
Annabelle.
think-
Like her name ain't even Annabelle. That's not even her name. Like, girl, bye Annabelle.
Like
do
I
think
can
that-
deal with Chucky, but I hated that doll in Dead Silence.
Billy.
Oh God. Ugh.
I
Billy did
love
scare
Dead
me,
Silence.
but I got goosebumps now talking about Miss Mary Shaw. Okay, let's stop. All right, no, 'cause Mary Shaw. No, mm-mm. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Mary.
Well, I was just gonna recommend Dead Silence if you're looking for like a different vibe, like if you want to go on the ride for Child's Play 2, but then be like, you know what, I want a little, actually switch it, go for Dead Silence 1st,
Mhm.
and then wind down with Child's Play 2, you know, have a little fun.
There you go.
That's what I would do. I think I love Dead Silence. I don't know the year. I should probably
I think it's
Google that.
2007. I think.
2007.
Mhm.
Girl, I was in the theater watching that. I love it.
I wish. I don't know what they would have done, but I wish we would have gotten more from that series because I'm like, it's so good. And I know James Wan hates that movie. I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah, he's well, okay. I won't say hate. That's a strong word. But he says it's
His
one of
least
his.
favorite,
Yeah,
probably.
he says it's one of his weaker works. I'm like, you sure? Because I can tell you which movie is. No, never mind. Let me not.
Ooh.
All right, survivors. If you have any park recommendations that fit today's ride, let us know on our Twitter. So for me, as I said earlier, I cannot tell you the first time I saw this movie, and that kind of makes me sad. I know a lot of movies you'll have that moment when you're like, dang, I don't know, this movie's just always been here. I really do not remember the first time I saw it, but this whole franchise, actually, I just watched this out of order.
Well, the first time I watched it was with Sergio.
Probably like a year ago.
Maybe two.
The first time. It was very recent. Again, he's very new to horror, guys. So experiencing everything is
Right.
super fresh. For me, I'm the same way because I don't remember like the exact moment. I definitely remember Child's Play 2 was that movie that always was on TV on like USA Network or Sci-Fi or something like that. Like it was
Mhm.
always there and I was always watching it. But I definitely feel like I rented it from Blockbuster. If I had to say, I would say I saw Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Child's Play 1, 2, Seed of Chucky, and then the rest.
Yeah, because I know by the time Seed came out in 2004, I had seen
Yeah.
everything else. And at that point, I was watching them all in order. But I'm like, I just really don't know how this came about. Johnny, is this your first Child's Play 2 watch? No, it can't be.
No.
Okay, that's what I was like, no, it can't
My
be.
mother introduced me to Chucky. We started with Bride. Then I know we backtracked. Had it been one of those days where she's doing my hair and she got me sitting there watching horror movies or sci-fi channel while she's doing my hair. And I remember watching this maniac doll run around and slice people up. I don't remember how I felt. I just know that my mother was obsessed with Chucky.
Why can I see? Because as a black girl, I just feel like you got popped a few times trying to like not look at the TV.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because you can't move your head.
You're not supposed to
Not
move.
supposed to move.
You sitting in between. Most times, you're sitting on the ground on your little pillows. Hopefully, praise
Oh
the
no,
Lord.
I would gather all the pillows, okay?
Okay, because your butt was gonna hurt. God forbid you sit on your knees. I don't know if you sat on your knees while getting your hair done as a black child, you a different type of strong. Like, I'm not gonna mess with you because that's different. But yeah, so like you're sitting on the pillows, you gotta turn your neck different ways, you gotta keep your head like a certain way. If you move, that comb was gonna be like, and he was like, "Ow, oh my god!"
Yeah, and then don't let you not be facing the TV, and then you hear something good, and you go like that, and look at TV.
Yeah, it's a wrap. And don't let it be the hot comb. God forbid it be the hot
Oh nah.
comb.
So see, when that happened, I would be at my Nana's house in the kitchen, and there was no TV in the kitchen in Nana's house, and she always had that aloe vera plant because she always burned my ear. So
Dang.
yeah.
Trauma tales of a black girl.
Yeah.
This one is directed by John Lafia, who actually passed away, I want to say in 2020 from suicide. So down in the show notes, I have added the suicide hotline because we do care about all of you guys, even though some of you we have not met, have not talked to. But suicide is something that we take seriously here in the park. If you feel like you need someone to talk to, you can reach out to any of us or just call that number down below and take care of yourself. This one is written and based off of characters by motherfucking Don Mancini. Y'all know how we feel about him here. Everybody loves Don. If you don't, I don't know what the problem is, but figure it out. Produced by David Kirshner. Music by Grammy Revel. And if you notice, when you listen to Child's Play 2, and guys, don't beat me up because I know how you like to tussle. I was like, this the series intro. And then I was like, well, no shit, Ashley, duh. For some reason, because Child's Play, the first movie and the second movie have two different themes. And for some reason, when I was watching the series, I just thought like first theme.
Yeah, I was always a fan of the first theme, like the end credits mostly theme, right? The one that sounds like a child's toy. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a bop. I used to have it on my I still have it on my Spotify, and I would like work out to it. Like it's still a bop for me. So, and I was so mad for a while that it wasn't carried throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Right, and then but I did grow into this new theme. Now listen back to it, I'm like, this is a pretty good theme for Chucky, and I'm glad that they kept it around for up until now the series, I think, because you can still hear that theme going around.
Revel also did Bride, or not the soundtrack, obviously, because you know we go up for Living Dead Girl when Tiffany walks in and you hear that Rob Zombie, we go up. Okay,
yes.
But he did the score for Bride, Freddy vs. Jason, The People Under the Stairs, The Crow, From Dusk Till Dawn, The Craft, and Idle Hands. He is thorough. I said, oh, okay, you got it. Let me back up. For our main cast, we have Brad Dourif making his second appearance in the park as Chucky. Brad is one of the few villains that has not been switched out for another actor. No shade to Mark Hamill, but we are not talking about you right now, buddy. You stay over there. But usually, like, even Freddy had his moment where they tried to switch him out, and they was like, ooh, this is not gonna work. Call Robert, please. Thank you. And I love that, because, I mean, Ghostface, I feel like Ghostface is a different story because it's supposed to be a different person. Leatherface has been done by different people. Michael has been done by different people. Jason, we all know, has had different people don the mask. But speaking of Michael, I do want to mention before I go forward, the second Michael, Dick Warlock, is the stunt coordinator on this movie.
Really?
Yes, because the credits were going and I was vibing out to the vibes, the music, and I'm just watching because I was looking for something else in the credits. And then I seen Dick Warlock, and I had my Survivors, you know I love having my Scooby-Doo moment. I was like, Dick Warlock? And then I did some typing. Yeah, it's Michael Myers.
Nice.
Which is even cuter because if you've seen the series, you know they had a Michael Chucky crossover. I love full circle moments. All right, let me stop fangirling. Let me finish. We have Alex Vincent as Andy Barkley, Christina Elise as Kyle, Jenny Agutter as Joanne Simpson, who you might know from American Werewolf in London, Jared Graham also making his second appearance on the podcast. And just because I like fucking with Johnny, did you recognize him? The dad? Probably not. I swear to God, I'm just effing with you, but probably not. Do you remember when we did Chopping Mall and the dude ate the other dude donut?
No.
You know what? I'm already mad at you. Like Chopping Mall like that, and I feel like you should have liked that movie.
I mean, I just don't remember the donut eating piece.
So you remember when they were in the office and the robots was behind them and he was reading that magazine and he kept looking back?
Yeah.
And then the robot just like that. That was him.
Oh.
Yeah, that was him.
You know, Chopping
then
Mall
we-
just went. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Then we have Grace Zobrinsky as Grace Poole, which some of you may recognize from Twin Peaks and Seinfeld. I knew her from Seinfeld. I was like, oh, look. So I got so lucky. Even though for this movie, I knew a lot of the behind the scene things. You guys know how I do. When I'm giving you a show, I'm going to give you the full, all up in your business, everything behind the scenes. Since I have this one at home, I went ahead, did some snooping, and there was a full set of production notes on the little DVD, and I was happy about it. So according to the production notes, the goal of the sequel was to further develop Chucky's disturbing relationship with Andy while giving audiences a more technologically advanced, realistic doll whose savage humor is given even greater play. And I know earlier I was being a little bully talking about this is the best horror sequel. And the reason I feel that way is because at this point, we know the doll is evil. They get right to it. Like, it's not us having to wait 30 minutes for the doll to move. They literally give you everything, and then the foot is on the gas, and we keep going. The third act is fucking crazy. Even though they changed some things about it, and we'll talk about it later. But I just feel like this, when you talk about horror sequels, this is what we want to do. They need to put this on the wall. Like, this is what you should strive for.
I do agree with that because I think they realized what they had. They were like, oh no, our main star, like, yeah, of course it's the heroes, it's Alex Vincent and all that stuff. But they knew they were like, oh no, our moneymaker is in Chucky. Like, Chucky needs to be front and center. Which is like, you can even see it based on the posters. Like, the first poster was like, you can see the high rise and the thunder, but then the second one is just Chucky. Like, you just see him front and center. So I was like, okay, they know what they have. When you compare it to like Freddy, who is like still kind of here and there in the first one, and then the second one, but then in the third one, he's front and center. Like he's the king. So I was like, all right, I get you. I see why this one stands out.
It. And here's the thing. I had no idea, but according to the production notes, and this makes a lot of sense, and I'm gonna be nice about it. Chucky is 2'4" and 10 pounds. I said 10 pounds. Damn, that's a big boy. It makes sense now because people all the time, and I'm always fight for my favorite horror baddies. Like, y'all can say, well, this. I'm gonna come back with an argument. Do not play. So people will be like, okay, I understand because Chucky is possessed, he still has his human strength, but he's a doll. So when he's on top of y'all be acting like it's so hard to move. But now that I see he's 10 pounds, I see why. Because it's a part in the movie, and we could talk about it now, where Chucky and Andy are tussling on the floor. And people are like, well, you know you can scoot, you can kind of crawl. Maybe not. Maybe he can't. Maybe Chucky is really pinning him down because this 10 pounds caught me off guard. I was not ready for them to say he was 10 pounds heavy because what is he made out of? I mean, I know he has like...
Well, now he has that metal skeleton inside him and everything.
True. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, everyone's remarks are always like, just kick him. I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
I don't think that's gonna work here. You try to kick him and see what happened. This time it took 9 puppeteers to operate Chucky, with every single move almost choreographed between them. When it came to the animated Chucky, there were quote unquote hiding places under the floor or off screen where the 9 members would huddle, sometimes for hours, controlling the doll. Now this set, it was built like 6 feet off the ground. So a person, we could walk up under here. Like, I'm only like 5. I have no idea how tall I am. I'm 5 something. But I would be able to walk under here with no problems, and the whole set could either crouch or walk under there and control the doll. I think that's so cool when they can like build sets. Like, it's like, how do you even know you need that? Like, what school do you go to for this?
And then, so I just, that you saying that just like kicked up a memory of the series when they were saying that they were excited and it was different that they didn't have to have those like 6-foot sets because technology has advanced so much that they didn't have to do all that.
They had to make a lot of like the furniture, they had to make those bigger to make him look smaller, especially like if they were using like the actual human stand-ins that were really like 3 feet tall. They had to make everything else bigger. So no, you do definitely have a point. I do remember what you're talking about, Nay, because sometimes they would show you the set for the series. I don't know if they did like a full walkthrough. We could probably look on YouTube and find it. I don't know. But I do remember seeing bits and parts of the behind the scenes. But even the Chucky in the series, like, I'm just happy they kept a solid team. Because I don't think there's ever been a moment where he's okay. There are a few times in the series where I was like, ooh, we probably should have cut that scene out because that knife is not stabbing that little boy. But all right. I feel like y'all know exactly what scene I'm talking about. Chucky's like stabbing. I'm not gonna spoil it just in case somebody is late to the party. But there's a party happening and Chucky's stabbing somebody and you just see the arm like, and the knife is just like, like, ooh, we should have cut this, but it's okay. I'm gonna act shocked. It's all right. Brad Dourif this time around recorded all of his lines before anybody filmed anything. And then the film was shot 18 frames per second instead of 24 frames when Chucky is talking. That way, you know, they got a little more time to sync the facial movements with the words. Then the film is sped up to match everything else. We call this movie magic. So this makes words with like F's and B's more realistic, i.e. cuss words, because we know when Chucky cusses, it's an event, and I feel it in my heart. No, I do any cuss word that comes out of Chucky or Freddy's mouth, I take it personally. Like, they're not talking to me, but something about Robert Englund and Brad Dourif saying bitch, I just was
especially
like, oh,
Chucky,
wow.
like he means
kind of
it.
hurt.
He's like, you filthy little bitch. Oh, like, oh my god.
It's the character actors, they bring it.
Absolutely. And that's the crazy thing because Brad Dourif, as far as Chucky goes, I think for the earlier movies, he was rarely ever on the set. He was just in the booth, and that's it. And I'm just like, that's so crazy that you can do this and the chemistry is still there. I want to say maybe it was Bride we talked about. He came on the set a few times, but he wasn't like just there, just watching like, oh, you're doing this scene today? Let me just listen to myself talk. 3 dolls were used, according to our man, Kevin Yeager. We talked about Kevin Yeager a few times on this podcast. Y'all know we love special effects. There was a servo motor doll. That is so hard to say. But yeah, y'all try saying that 3 times fast. Not me with this list. It's not going to happen. This doll had little motors similar to, you know, ones in little remote cars. So that's how that one worked. They had one called the Hero doll that's completely cable operated. This one is mostly used for like any of the sitting shots or any shots from the waist up. The last one was a standing doll, another all cable controlled one that had one cable that just went through the foot all the way down through the floor, that 6-foot set we were talking about. So this way you could literally see Chucky through all angles, but he's still planted to the ground. So I think they might have used this one in the Miss Kettlewell scene. So when you see Chucky walking, if you notice, one foot moves less than the other.
Wow.
And that's why I'm like, how did y'all do that? Like, I think I found the right documentary. Y'all know I'm just always finding stuff. And oh my gosh, I found a way more efficient way to do this. If you look at the It show notes, praise the Lord, I found out how to do playlists so we don't have to have 20,000 links. We could just have one and you just click on it and have a ball. But go to the show notes. There's one of those videos where you can just see the bottom half. It's literally just the bottom of Chucky. There's no top half. And it's just him walking. And I guess they must have like switched out the top. I don't know how they did it, but they show you like how they do all the animatronics and things like that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that we reacted to some of the behind the scenes footage for our YouTube channel from the show. And Don Mancini, he always gives it up to all these special effect people. He was like, to this day still don't know how that stuff works. So like he does, it just seems so complicated, but it works. Like even for the time, I was like, wow, that sounds awesome. I wish I could be like a fly in the wall while they were doing all this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I be one of the Chucky dolls that's just sitting in the cut while y'all doing this? I just want to see. That's all. Because like, I know I'm gonna keep saying this, especially through this one. Chucky's facial movements every single time are on point. Like I legit, if you didn't tell me, and sometimes I still forget at my big age, that's not a real doll. Like Brad Dourif, for some reason, I'm like, I feel like in his spare time he morphs into Chucky.
Oh my god.
And then like even like Freddy, like I'm like, no, that's Robert. Like Robert is Freddy and Freddy is Robert. Like that's just New Nightmare. That's why we didn't see him at the end of the movie, because he was Freddy. He morphed into like, that's just what it is. That's how I see it in my head. But I love that. Like I just can't get over it. The puppeteers did their things. Like the eyebrows had a remote, cheeks had a remote, the thing, like everything had its own little thing. Later on in the series, it kind of, you know what? I like Chucky. We're not gonna talk about it. It's all right. If you guys are ready, I think this is our stop right here. We can go ahead and get in line. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Step in line. Your number is near. Follow the signs. Your time is here.
Okay, so since we have some guests in the park, I thought it would be fun if we did a little Chucky quiz that I made up. So survivors, there is no link below, but you can play along. And of course, you can always tell us what your results were on Twitter. But guess what, Johnny?
I don't gotta play.
Oh no.
This is a great day.
Oh no.
You know, I do not like when Ashley be making up quizzes.
I swear.
Trick bags for me.
Okay, one of these, maybe two, might be a little tricky, but I feel like, and this is going to be a time for everybody, because y'all know I just think I'm an actress. You know, I'm real dramatic. And I'm about to give it to you. So I'm just letting you know, even though we've been cussing already, if y'all got kids, I'm about to let some of these bombs fly. So you might want to like press pause, come back when they're not around. For this Chucky quiz, this is a 15-question quiz, but they aren't really questions.
Dang.
I couldn't help myself. I tried to start
This
with
is the
10.
SATs, girl. This is SATs
I
of
know.
horror right now. Oh my
I
gosh.
know. I really could not help myself. I tried it, but Chucky has so many freaking iconic lines.
That's
At least in my
15
head.
lines.
It's so much more, and I just could not.
Get off my knife.
I love that one too.
That one hurts. That one hurts.
Like I said, survivors, if you know it, you can scream it out loud and see if you're right. Let us know what your results are. Our first one, all you guys have to do is just tell me what movie it came from. We're not,
Okay.
The series is involved, but we're not counting 2019. Yeah, so don't worry about 2019. So it's just all the movies that are in canon in the series. And I swear, half the time, the way I say it, it'll probably be easy to figure out. This first one might be a little hard, but it's one of my favorites.
All right, let's do it.
Just like the good old days. Nothing like a good strangulation to get the circulation going. Which one does that come from? I will give you a hint.
I'm like entering the body of Chucky right now. I'm just like,
Yeah.
let me
I think
see.
I know. I can't say.
A hint that I could give you.
Okay.
This one,
I feel
first
like I
era.
know it.
First era Chucky. I'll do that. There you go. So I eliminated some things. First era Chucky.
Nothing like a good triangulation to get the body going. Is that what it is?
Get the circulation
Get
going.
the circulation going. I kind of want to say Child's Play. This movie. No. Oh,
I'll
Child's
give
Play.
you a bonus hint. I'll give you another line from this movie, and this one should help.
Okay.
Presto, you're dead.
Child's Play 3.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the first death when he, spoiler alert, because y'all should have known. When we get in the queue line, y'all know all bets are off. He's spoiling it.
Yeah.
It's the first death when he kills Mr. Sullivan.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
Mm-hmm.
to combine, but I was like, no, I could totally hear him say this in another movie.
Yeah.
I
And
was
then
like, no.
presto, your
Dang.
dad is the barber.
Okay, we struggling a little bit. We good. We're gonna get
No,
right
you
back
good.
on.
You good, because I swear this one is gonna be easy. And I almost gave it away.
Oh my god.
But it's one of, like, this one, I did not shut up about it. And when I heard it, I kept repeating it forever. Literally forever. This one is, I got you now, bitch.
Oh my god. I thought I was gonna be a lot better at this.
Trust me, do less thinking on this one and you will get it. Less thinking on this one. That's the hint.
But there's so many bitches. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god.
It is. But this one, this bitch almost deserved it. Pretty much
you now,
deserved it at
bitch.
this point.
If we're talking about people who deserved it, my first thought is Child's Play 2 with the teacher.
She didn't 100%. Well, okay. Look, I'm gonna go with, if we're talking including the later like Netflix movies that came out. I got you now, bitch. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Oh my
Because
god.
I feel like John ain't knows where it's from. Because I would not
Jesus.
shut up. I might have said it to her before.
Oh my god.
The person he's saying it to
Uh-huh.
didn't get it, but they should have fucking got it.
They didn't get it.
They did not get it.
Do you want to go?
I have no idea.
Yo, give it your gut. What do you think it is?
Um,
Now remember everything that's included in this quiz. The only thing that we are not talking about is the remake.
does it include the series? Oh, is it Lexi? It's the series. It's Lexi.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a series, of course. Oh
When
my
he popped up behind
god.
that door.
Got you now, bitch.
Because I was thinking, like, all right, now,
Yes.
should I just blindly guess one of the movies I haven't seen? And then when you said that, I was like, oh, the series is included, then it's 100% Lexi.
Yep.
God
Yes.
damn it. Yes, you're
Yes.
so
Never
right.
got it.
Oh my god.
Never
Never
got it.
got it.
That's like the cliffhanger at the end of the episode when like everything's on fire.
I want to
behind
say
her.
it's the it's the Cape Cod. I want to say it's the Cape Cod episode because one of the survivors was like, "That's where it comes from." I thought it was a Chucky line. It was like, "No, he's quoting Cape Cod." I was like, I had no idea, or Cape Fear, whatever the fuck that
Cape
movie
Fear,
is.
Cape Cod.
Yeah, Cape Cod.
Cape
Like,
Cod,
it's
Cape
from
Fear,
that. You're right. Same
whatever.
That's one of
I
my
like
favorite
the ships.
episodes too. Oh man.
Thing.
Oh.
Johnny, thanks for quoting Tiffany. I love you. Thanks for quoting Tiffany. Glenn, Glenda, whatever. Number 3, women can't live with them, period.
I was gonna say Seed of Chucky.
But you're getting closer.
Curse of Chucky.
Yes.
What does he say it to?
I want to say he says that to the mom whose eyes were too fucking close together.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want to say. He was like, "You look just like your mom."
Dang.
Chucky is so rude.
Rude as hell.
Number 4. This one should be easy, and hopefully I can bring my A game delivery. Go ahead and shoot. I'll be back. I always come back. But
I'm
dying is
such
such a bitch.
Bride of Chucky.
Yes.
Yes. At the end. Yes.
And number 5. This one might be a little hard, maybe, because I feel like he might have said this more than once, but you just can't keep a good guy down.
Child's Play 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now this one, I don't know if many people might pick this up, but it's just the way that Chucky says it that's fucking hilarious to me. Number 6, and you have a date with death.
Cool. You got a date with death.
And you have a date with death. Stab or snap.
That's that.
I'll say snap because I feel like the snap helps.
Child's Play 1. The
Yes.
original.
Yes. He's
The
talking to
booty.
Dr. Death.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's because you got to see, it's the way he leans. He's like, and you have a date with death. Snaps the
He's just like
leg.
strolling back, just like, you know what?
Number 7, another one of my favorites. Don't fuck with the Chuck.
It's Child's Play 3.
Yeah.
Wow, we got a lot of Child's Play 3 ones. We got to rewatch that movie. My God.
Because I'm just going to be honest. I was going to wait to the end of the quiz, but CP3, as much as we shit on that one has the best line. Like, I feel like they just let him like pull a Robert Englund and was like, you know
Yeah.
him by now. Just say what you're going to say. Just do it. This one should be easy. It's one of my favorites. I don't know. What would Martha Stewart do?
Oh, it could either be 2 of these movies, but I'm going to say Bribe Chucky.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He cannot stand Tiffany. He loves Tiffany, but he cannot stand her. Poor thing.
Tiffany deserves better.
She do, but you know what? Like she said, they deserve each other. They
Yeah.
need to be dead. Actually, you know what? I don't want them to die, but they deserve each other. It's okay.
Mhm.
Okay, this one might be a little toughy. Sometimes I scare myself.
I have this weird feeling like it's from the series. I feel like I remember this line.
Fudge. Cult?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's, I want to say, I don't know if he just recreated the bedroom
the-
kill from Bride.
the glass,
With the
right?
glass.
Where she's on the recliner or whatever
He's
it's
just
called.
watching. Sometimes I scare
Yes.
myself. Okay, now this is one of the funniest things I've ever heard Chucky say. It's not scary at all, but it's just funny, and I feel like the answer is in it. So if you listen, I'm gonna bleep one part out. No, violins. Violins are bad. That speech and music is gonna ruin the goddamn country.
Seed of Chucky.
Yes.
Yes.
It's because first of all, why are you sitting there tapping that knife on his like what is wrong with him? Number 11, we are almost done. I just can't with this guy. I don't know whether to kill him or just take notes.
I just can't with this guy.
I mean, this almost sounds like what he says after Junior kills his dad in the series.
Just think of, it's a literal guy. I just can't with this guy. I don't know whether to kill him or take notes.
It's a guy named Guy.
It's not a guy named Guy, but it is somebody that pops up twice. It is I'll give you a hint. The person that he just killed pops up again in the series as a whole different character.
Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. Curse of Chucky. No, cult.
Yes, it's
I
cult.
said that with my full voice. I was like,
But no, to be honest, curse and cult, you get tongue tied trying to like figure out like you're like, no, this happened
Yeah.
in this, no, this happened in this. No, you definitely get tongue tied. Okay, number 12, we're getting down to it. Okay, this one should be easy. I say that about all of them, and then they're not.
How do you now y'all see what I go through?
It's contagious, isn't it? Laughing at people. Well, guess what, dickheads? Now the joke's on you.
This is definitely the series.
Yes, it is.
That's starting to stand up.
That's when he first popped out. I did not know they was gonna let Chucky reveal himself like that. I was like, oh, we are not playing with this series. Okay.
love it.
This one, I am Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it.
You want to do the honors? Girl, we covered this. I'm sending you the vibes. You know it. We
You definitely
covered
know
this.
it.
See, this is not way too much pressure.
No, you definitely know it. I promise
Know
you
it.
do.
Think of camp, like the camp.
Is it Seed?
Yes. Good job. We got 2 more. Well, no, we got one more. I thought we had 2, but I actually One of them was the hint, so it's fine. So now we only got one
Okay.
more. Snap out of it. You act like you never seen a dead body before.
We know it. I'm gonna give this one to you. We need to redeem ourselves.
Please stop giving them to me because that makes me overthink it. Then I don't know.
Okay. Child's Play 2.
Yes.
Yes. Remember with Andy?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Literally one of my favorite lines from this movie, because it's like, he does have a point, Andy. You've seen a few dead bodies. But it's also his face. It's his face. If you watch that scene, because he's like, the fuck? He throws his arms up and everything. I'm not going to get over the puppeteering in this movie because it is just one to see. Survivors, let us know what your results were on Twitter or in the DMs. It goes down in the DMs.
Why did you say that in my head?
We're publicly apologizing to all horror fans out there on how bad we did this stuff.
And that was not bad. You figured them out. You literally figured them out.
Yo, the biggest brain farts we've ever had. Oh my gosh. I promise we're better than this.
Trust me. We probably stumped some people out there, and hopefully they tell the truth and let us know, because it's all in fun. It's okay.
Tell the truth, shame the devils.
Don't shoot me.
You know what? It is our time. Let's get into 1990s Child's Play 2.
Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back.
How's it hanging, Phil?
Child's Play 2. He's the original. He'll take your breath away. This fall, Chucky rules.
Did you miss me, Andy? I sure missed you.
Child's Play 2. Keep an eye out for it.
Okay.
This trailer is corny.
Oh shoot. Oh my God.
Just coming right out the gate.
John Avery.
Oh no.
It was Chucky rules, holding a ruler. Keep an eye out for it.
That was my favorite part.
So corny.
Okay,
Keep
I
an
have
eye
to
out for
admit,
it.
I did kind of make fun of it. Like we were watching it right before we got onto this, and remember how I was like, "This seems so '90s."
It is. It's the music. It's the music.
I was like, I just need to do that voiceover, like one kid, one doll, one crazy adventure. Like I feel like,
Yeah, I said the same thing because we saw just the teaser trailer first, where all he's doing
That
is
one
he's
was
whining
good,
at the Jack
though.
in the Box, and that one was good. And then he like stomps on it. He's like, Chucky's back. And then we watched the trailer where as soon as that happened, then it went right into the quintessential 90s trailer music. And it's just like going scene by scene by scene, like literally exposing every single death that was going to happen in this movie. So that's fine. And but I turned to Sergio, I'm like, this is the trailer I was waiting for.
yeah, he did say that.
Because my thing is, and like I said, I wasn't ready for John A to come out so hot. Like, damn, I thought you would have liked this. Because
I did have an issue that, the kills were shown. I mean, whatever.
Right.
But it was the corny lines that got me. I was just like, what?
I loved the Child's Play 2. Keep an eye out for it. I love that. But okay, because the teaser trailer, obviously this is 1990, so I was not here yet. But I remember for some reason I'd seen that trailer. I'd seen that trailer, and I'm like, damn, like this. I don't know who. I want to say Don Mancini said John LaFia thought of that trailer, like that came from him. That was his idea to do the whole "Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back." I was just like, yeah, Come on, more buck for the Chuck. Let's bring it.
I mean,
Because
I like the sorry Jack Chucky's back. That was cute, but everything else was like,
I almost feel like they really could have just did that and cut it. And
That's what I was thinking too.
That had been it.
Yeah.
Almost like how we talked about it whenever we did last week when we did that. And I was telling you they had the marketing with like just putting random balloons everywhere in the sewers. Like,
I liked that trailer last week. That was a decent trailer.
I am so surprised.
Oh my God.
It's because it didn't show anything.
This is true. This is true. Our movie opens up with the rebirth of Chucky. Playpals Incorporated, or Playpals Toys Incorporated, where the brand of good guy dolls are created, sought out the exact doll that 2 years ago caused poor little Andy Barkley so much motherfucking trauma. To follow up on that bad publicity from all of that, they was like, let's get the real doll, let's take it apart, let's redo it, and let's disband these rumors so we can get our money.
I was just gonna say, I did not realize until you're reading this right now that this like officially takes place 2 years after the first one. It's on the news. It seems like everyone's talking about it. I took at it as like this is maybe a week after the first one in terms of when it's taking place.
Oh, you thought it happened like right after?
Yeah, because I'm like, because why is the news still actively talking about it if it's 2 years later?
Because it's about the Lakeshore Strangler. Like it's the infamous, right? Well, because it has that story of the kid talking, which is Andy, talking about the Lakeshore Strangler and how it was in his doll, and the Lakeshore Strangler is still pretty relevant. So I feel like it kind of makes sense.
I don't know. I'm skeptical that the news was talking about this.
I mean, it might have been
2 years later.
It might have been one of those situations where it was an ongoing case because later we find out what happened to Andy's mom, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But the court case could have just happened, and I have something to say about that too. But maybe, you know what? That's probably what happened. And you know what? Let's talk about it now, real quick. Let me knock this out real quick. So the CEO of Playpals Toys, Chris Sullivan, is having his assistant Mattson get to the bottom of the matter. And Mattson reports that the stories have been spun into a disgruntled worker adding in violence codes or violent sayings into the doll, despite of what really happened. So here's the thing. We find out that Karen got put into a mental institution, right? So what was supposed to happen is Don Mancini, spoiler alert for Cult of Chucky, I want to say. So if you ain't seen it, just go for it. I mean, if you want to be nosy, stay here. But spoiler alert, originally that court case with Nika, that was supposed to be Karen's scene.
Oh, okay.
And it was supposed to show her going to the mental institution. So I'm wondering, was that the reason that the talk was back? Because, you know, court cases, they happen like a little ways from the actual incident. So I'm thinking maybe that's why it was relevant and being brought up. This must have been after she got sentenced, or
I buy that explanation.
It would have to be, because it couldn't be during, because you will want to have the doll for evidence in there. But the doll was supposed to be in the scene. It was supposed to be literally everything that happens in that court case scene with Nika. It was just supposed to be Karen.
Yeah. Okay.
So they just recycled it because they obviously didn't put it in this one. But more on that, I'm just going to keep going before I jump back into it. So I know a lot of people are like, well, I just don't understand. This doesn't make sense because it really happened. What happened to the cops? This is how I know y'all don't listen. They literally say in the movie that the cops reneged everything that they said and just played Karen like that didn't happen, which another spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen
Real Life,
right? If you haven't seen Cult or Curse, maybe, I don't know which one it happens in, but if you haven't seen those two, go ahead, fast forward. Which bugs me because Karen, how you gonna date Detective Mike after he done threw you under the bus like that?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, sis. But you do what you do. That's fine. Whatever.
But that's such a sad situation. I can't believe that happened to her. And Like, even at this point, Andy probably still doesn't know. Andy's like effed up right now. Like, he is traumatized. He doesn't know what to do. His mom's gone. He's trying to understand how to be an orphan. Oh my God. I feel so bad. It's a really, when you really think about it, it's a dark situation.
It really is.
I was about to make an orphan Andy joke, but I'll be quiet.
You.
I mean, we all for the dark jokes. Janae says wild shit, one per episode. And she goes over that limit often, and it's fine. I do want to go back to the opening scene, that recreation of Chucky. I actually like anytime they recreate Chucky, I don't have a problem with it. I'm fine with it. But this almost gave me nightmare vibes. I think everything gives me nightmare vibes of when Freddy is like making his glove.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Them like scraping the teeth and like cleaning this and like turning it around and all of that stuff. I was like, ooh, this is
nasty.
Yeah, this is something. But also, shout out to our friends over at A Nightmare on Fear Street. Hi, Trent. Hi, Sheree. So over quarantine, we watched Child's Play 2. And my eagle-eyed self, y'all know I love an Easter egg. Y'all know I love pointing stuff out. So when Mr. Sullivan and Mattson are walking down the hall, because this is really one of the only times we really get to see inside of Play Pal's toys. There's a picture of Chucky in a bonnet. Yes, y'all know Chucky got the bundles. You got to keep the bundles protected. So right in the beginning of the movie, I cannot remember the timestamp, but if you look to the right of the screen, right when they get to the end of the hall, Chucky has a black silk bonnet on, and I live. I'm like, oh my gosh, Don Mancini, give me the picture. I need to see this picture because, you know, like the thing has Chucky pictures all over, and he's like doing different careers. He's damn near like Barbie. He can do everything. Like, but I want to know what this bonnet is. Why is he a hairdresser? Like, what is happening? Like,
is he a hairdresser?
Yeah, I'm just, well, why do we have this bonnet on? But also, since we are here, I do want to say hi, Child's Play 2019. I see you pulled your inspiration from this when they said one of the disgruntled workers put invite. I was like, well, call me George.
Yeah, that did remind me of that.
Yeah, I was like, damn, is that where they pulled that from? Because I missed that, went right over my head. Because in the remake, they pull stuff from the franchise and some stuff you can see it. But I just did not pick that one up at all until I rewatched it. And I was like, oh, wow, look at that. Play Pals, now having the original doll, is now reconstructing it for analysis. Not ever having done this manually, a worker is electrocuted and killed at the completion process of adding the eyes, resurrecting Chucky. As paramedics and the coroner come to assist the deceased worker, Sullivan tells Mattson to stick the doll up his ass.
I do want to talk for a second about and this is just me questioning things about this movie, trying to inject some real life. How do they have a QA report already completed when the doll hasn't been finished being constructed yet? It hasn't been turned on. They haven't checked any of the sayings, which is supposed to be one of the big things that they're trying to say. Oh yeah, you know, we fixed this disgruntled worker thing. So the doll isn't even complete yet, and they have this somehow QA statement to make the shareholders happy. I don't get it. I don't buy it. Prove me wrong.
They do in real life. This is real life.
Falsify documents
all
and
the time.
Prove it later.
They was like, let's just get this ready. If it don't work, we're gonna try to fix it. We're gonna fluff it just a little bit. And that way we can just go.
Definitely shady stuff happening here where they're just like, whatever you need to do, just get it done. Just like, this needs to get out of our hands. And apparently it does. It's like, okay, problem solved. But obviously, you know, Chucky starts to come
right.
back.
I'm like, now we got a dead worker on our hands. You better cover this up, Mattson. Do it right now. Now we catch up with our favorite final boy, Andy Barkley, who is now 8 and has been placed in a foster home and undergoing therapy to overcome recent event. Real quick, for the people who forgot or just skipped the first movie, Andy does give a little brief explanation for why he's in this situation, talking to the therapist. Now that we're all up to speed, we meet the Simpson family, Joanne and Phil, who are looking to adopt, but Phil has doubts concerning Andy's trauma-filled history. Still, they bring Andy home, even though they almost didn't make it because Phil almost got everybody killed.
I don't know if this is going to be controversial or not, but I kind of understand where Phil is coming from.
I do.
He is the only one who is grounded and be like, girl, Joanne, honey, we're not qualified to do this. Like, this boy he needs a lot more help than we can offer. And she's like, no, it's going to be fine. Like, when I was little, I thought Phil was the villain, and he is. Trust me, like, he does deserve his comeuppance, but I do understand that, you know, when he's like telling Joanne, we need to do something to help him. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think you're being realistic here.
Yeah. if Chucky is not real, then yeah, 100%. Andy needs to not just go to a foster home. He needs some professional care.
But he also is just so insensitive. He doesn't understand. Like, he has some anger issues of his own that he needs to figure out.
Yeah. Because, okay, I understand, because I do feel that I just don't think that the foster home should have been so quick to try to, like, get Andy out. Like, first of all, if y'all gonna help this little boy, help this little boy. And we see that he has a therapist, but
that therapist ain't no shit.
Okay.
Well, because also they're like, we don't have, we can't take care of him here anymore. And then in the scene later, when they go back, there's like 100 kids who are there.
Right.
Totally could have just like kept him. Yeah.
Which I'm not okay. I love the Midwest. I'm from Gary, Indiana, but we're right next door to Chicago. I'm not gonna lie, this is very fucking on brand. This is very on brand for Chicago. Like, please get it the fuck together. And I mean, like, I know that they try to get kids out so they can make space for new kids, but that's the sad part about it, because you're not helping these kids at all. Y'all just placing them with people, and half the time these people just want the check that come with the kid. And that's the sad part about it. And I'm not meaning like Phil and Joanne with their antique collecting asses, they're fine. I'm pretty sure they're not here for that. But that's the sad reality of why a lot of kids get pushed into these foster homes and then they get sent back, or it's just a terrible situation for the child.
Yeah, and Miss Grace Poole, I feel like I think she's also realistic because she is just kind of complicated. She does look like she's doing some shady stuff and she doesn't really care about the kids, but at the same time, she kind of does a little bit. She has moments where she does seem a little nice to the kids.
Yeah, she seems, she's not real Miss Hannigan from Annie.
She's not fully there.
Right. But she's also not Miss Honey from Matilda. I feel like there's a middle ground.
Yeah. Then you got Grace.
Right. I do want to say my baby Alex Vincent, even though he's like our age, maybe like a year or two.
Is he really?
Okay, no. He's born in the 80s. He's older than us, but like he's born, he's a little bit older than us. But I'm saying little baby, like he's still this little baby. He is shining in this role. Okay. A lot of people, I know y'all was a little annoyed with him in the first one, but I'm like, he was fucking 6. What did you want from him? I thought he was fine in the first movie, stumbling over his lines and stuff. I thought it was fine. But in this movie, he knows the assignment. He understood, completely checked off all the boxes. He said, I am a trauma-ridden little boy. I am going to be stoic and quiet, and this is what we are doing. And he committed. I absolutely love him in this installment. And we know he doesn't really go on to do much, but he does come back to the series. But I'm fine with that. He got his bag. He has his little company. Like, you do your thing, Alex.
I have to agree. I think in the first one, he's so adorable.
So adorable.
He gives you adorable 6-year-old who just wants a doll for his birthday and is realizing life. You know, he's growing up within our eyes in that movie. But in this one, I definitely think his acting abilities have improved. I think he definitely gets his role a little bit more now. And if you know how people ask like, oh, what entry is the best Sydney? You know, like Sydney Prescott, whereas like, which movie does she really embody that character the most? And I think Child's Play 2 is where Andy has his movie. That this is his shining movie. Even in the series, I think I haven't seen enough of Andy in the series yet to really think that, oh, that's his best Andy. I think this one is his best Andy so far.
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thing. Naturally, because Alex Vincent, when you hear him talking real life, he's very monotone. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He's just chill. Like, he is literally chill. But when I see him in the series, I'm like, we got to think this is a person that done been through hell and high water. Okay. I'm not expecting him to be the fully most expressive person. I would be a little disturbed if he was kind of like extra and hype after all this stuff happened. I would expect him to be very just calm, observant, and chill. Like in the series, I'm fine with him, but I know like people just don't be thinking about that. They just be wanting. I don't know what people want, but
they want what they want, and they don't know what they want until they get what they want.
Theory. I do want to go back to Joanne and Phil, because it seems like when Grace was talking to them about this whole thing that they had no idea, none of this. I'm like, hey, don't y'all know none of this?
Yeah.
I think she knew, but he didn't know.
And I'm just like, how? Y'all, I see y'all get the Chicago Sun-Times to your door every morning.
Some people
I know
just are not true crime people, and they see it and they're just like, next page. And
yep, this is true. This is true. Finally home, where it looks like a surprise gender reveal party by the decor. It does, because I was like, what is this? Like, oh my gosh.
I just don't know who thought that looked good altogether. What are they supposed to be like? It's supposed to be like fully gender neutral because this is a foster home, so kids are going to be coming in and out on a regular basis. So like, instead of going for dedicating to pink or to blue, we're just going to throw it all together in one big package.
And I'm like, the whole house though, you could have just left that to one room.
Whole house.
They also have a strange wallpaper addiction on the second floor.
Yes. Like, what is the pictures? And like, okay, the aesthetic, I guess, is fine for that. But I'm like, it's either we're going to do all the pictures or we're going to do the wallpaper. We can't be doing both. Like, pick one because it's distracting.
Yeah.
Andy takes a second to get used to the place because, like we just said, it's a lot. Noticing a small figurine of a lady holding a baby, Phil quickly stops Andy from touching, explaining that they're antique collectors and he is not allowed to touch any of the small things in the house. Joanne, playing nice cop, explains how, this is pretty important. It was passed down through generations. And Andy, he asks a little question, but he doesn't realize that he low-key just read Grace for a little Phil, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And
that was such a burn. Oh my God. When he said, I was like, oh. Andy,
and it's like,
my God.
And it's like he doesn't, he don't realize what he just asked.
Yeah. But
at the same time, I was like, ooh, because it was like a little awkward pause. Because even Phil, he was like, I don't think he was trying to laugh. I just think he was just like, he was too stunned to speak.
So I do like, why is this very meaningful figurine out in the middle of everywhere where anything could happen to it? You could slip and knock it over. You could just knock it with your knee and the thing breaks. Put it up on a shelf. Better yet, for all these like priceless antiques that they collect, put them just fully out of reach. Put it like in your bedroom. You don't need to show this off to everybody else when you've got a bunch of, when you've got a bunch of people coming through your house who at some point may just decide to be destructive and break your things.
And I totally get it being like a teaching moment for kids that they want to say like, hey, don't run around the house, don't knock things over. But still, like, if you're gonna have kids in your home, you gotta kind of have it kid friendly.
Just saying, like, I agree with Cody. Put it in your room. If it's that important to you, put it up clearly, because the way they have it situated, it's like on this little shelf, but it's right next to the stairs. I feel like if somebody runs down the stairs the wrong way, it's just gonna tip over. Like, you're asking for this to be broken.
Yeah.
She sends Andy off to explore the house where he meets his foster sister, Kyle. Every 80s teenage dream. Well, I guess we're in the 90s now, but whatever. Y'all feel it.
The cusp.
Yeah, like
it's like
Chucky,
right.
Side note, Chucky is such like a weird, I don't even know what to call it, because he came out in 88, but we still classify him as an 80s slasher. But he's really 90s thing. Yeah, but he like most of his franchise is 90s and out. Like only the first movie is in the 80s, but we still just put him with everybody else in the 80s. But I could dig it. That's fine. Joanne shows him his room, and as he admires the toys, he goes for a skateboard in the closet where a good guy doll damn near tumbles on the little boy. That was not a word, but y'all knew what I meant. Damn near giving him a heart attack. Joanne takes the doll, this one being named Tommy, away while Andy tries to find his chill. Kyle, I ain't never been with a baddie. Her first reveal, first of all, I'm like, y'all smell them cigarettes. I know y'all do. You have to. You tried to like put it behind her back. Like you couldn't just smell it there. I'm like, sis, right, we can smell that. And then Joanne came in like she was just so surprised. I'm like, y'all had to have smelt that in the hallway. There was no way, but whatever.
I also feel like she's so cool that she's not gonna hide it really well. You know, she's not gonna do all that effort. Just like, no, I'm
just behind the back.
Yeah, I was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I love Kyle. I think she's such a good character to introduce to the franchise.
Absolutely. I have more thoughts on Kyle, but I'm gonna let her do her thing first before I say it. I do like that they make a point where she's like, you need to unpack. Like you've been here for 2 weeks. She was like, well, I'm about to leave anyway.
Damn.
So, and that's sad. Yeah, because I'm like, if you've been bounced around like that, I mean, this is like a hotel stay for you, you know? Also, one thing I noticed, that skateboard that Andy was trying to get, it has Jason on it and it has like Nightmare on it, but it's like the Nightmare on Elm Street font. It's not Freddy.
Oh, that's interesting.
We already knew this was kind of in the universe from Bride when we seen that little evidence depository, but I was like, oh, we've been doing this. My bad. I was late to the party. Also, Phil, once again, so insensitive. Your timing is off. Please read the room. Clearly, there's a reason this child is running. And even though, like I said, he came to the party late and he didn't know that this whole dog just fell on him and stuff. Rule number 2, no running. Can you see what's wrong first?
That was so like out of pocket. Like he literally was just like, no. Like, whoa, your energy is 100 right now. You need to take it down. You know the history of this kid. How about, kid parents were, I guess, different back in the day. I don't know.
I also feel like they say we've had so many kids come in and out of here that we just haven't been paying attention. Okay. A doll like Chucky or the good guy doll, I feel like it's so distinct that you would have known like, oh, one of our kids did have one of those dolls. Maybe we should get rid of that. Or we should at least see if it's still in the room. Just for.
Yeah, like go run to the room first and take it out.
Just make sure.
Well, not when the dad wants to just basically pull full on immersion therapy with Andy.
This is
because several times throughout this movie, he's like, it's just a doll. Get over it. You know, I think that he just didn't care.
He didn't at all. Back at Play Pal Toys, Madsen is not having a good day, okay? He ends up putting the Chucky doll in his car while he goes to get alcohol for his sad thing. We're going to talk about that later because y'all probably wondering where I got that from. While Madsen is away, Chucky uses his phone to contact the orphanage and poses as Andy's Uncle Charles to find him. Once Madsen returns, Chucky takes him hostage, has him drive near the Simpson home, and ties him to the car seat with a jump rope and asphyxiates him with a bag. So y'all probably wondering, like, Ashley, what you're talking about, side thing? What do you mean? What do you mean? Originally in a deleted scene, Madsen calls his wife first and is like, I have to stay late at work. I'm sorry. I know this is the such and such time this month. Hangs up, picks up the phone. Gabriella, I got the vodka. I know what that does to you. You dirty, stinking, filthy man. You got what you deserve. He had it coming.
Also, was he selling toys on the side? Because his car was full of what looked like random shit from his toy company that he may just be like fleecing somewhere because he wants more money, I guess. Like, why? You just watched this doll kill somebody. Why take it with you? Why would you not just immediately destroy it? I don't understand this logic at all.
I feel like if he was selling toys underneath the table, he would have had cash.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
especially those transactions, you would have had to have them in cash.
For anybody that missed that burn, and that was a great one.
Yeah, it's good.
Madsen tries to go get liquor, but he only has his gold card, which is good as cash, but it ain't cash. First of all, I just want to say, timeout. I hate cash only places.
Because who carries cash for real nowadays?
Like now in 22, then okay, yes. Now we got Apple Pay. We got the little wallet on our cards. Do not ask me for cash.
Have you guys been to cash only bars? Oh my God, I hate cash only bars.
No,
I will give you cash tips, no problem.
Keep that on the West Coast. Don't bring that over here. Because side note, I went to Wendy's because I wanted some French fries. Y'all know I'm a French fry fiend. And
same here. You love French fries.
I love French fries. Any potato, any form. I love it. I'm in the line. It's pretty long. I'm keeping my patience because I might have been listening to y'all show, actually. I was listening to somebody's show, just enjoying myself. And I'm like, this line is long. Why is it so long? So I get up to the drive-through speaker or whatever. So at this point, I can't go anywhere. I have to follow through. Welcome to Wendy's, cash only, no cards. Bitch.
Damn.
I could have went, Chick-fil-A was right there. I could have just went over there and it would have been my pleasure. But I was upset because I was in that line for 30 minutes. Okay, rant over.
That's the worst.
Wait, so what happened? Did you just said no, thank you?
I just had to drive off. I didn't have cash.
Damn.
It's the worst.
All I had was plastic. That was
You could have just been like, I'll come back. I'll come back with cash.
Because my thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of Chick-fil-A fries. They don't do it for me.
Okay.
I love them.
I don't know what they know, because once you eat one, the whole box is gone.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is very true.
And that pisses me off. Even when you get a large, it's gone. I'm over
I was
y'all.
told that a large is really a medium.
It's a medium.
It is.
It is.
At Chick-fil-A?
It is. We put this to the theory. It is.
Wow.
And that's the other reason why I don't want to go to Chick-fil-A. Sorry that I'm outing y'all like this, Truett Kathy, but yes, I called y'all CEO's name because I did a whole report on him. Yeah.
Cool.
So, fix it. Anyway. Last thing, when it comes to Madsen's death, because I told you I was coming out swinging for this movie, I hear a lot of people, so why did he struggle with the bag? He could have just poked the hole. Bitch, his hands was tied. What was he going to do? Did you not see that? They specifically showed you his hands behind his... Chucky must have been a Boy Scout or something, because those knots...
That's a
immaculate.
Really good knot. You're not getting out of that.
Right.
Like, all the knots that he does are immaculate.
I'm wondering, can you, like, lift yourself up? No.
He would have to stand up, and he got that little beamer.
That's tough.
He can't go nowhere, because you know how some of the car seats, like the head part comes off, but you still got to press the button. So,
but I also feel like you could probably use your legs to like push your back to your seat.
What he should have did was try to, like, I don't know if he could have gotten it, but if he could have got a hold of like the release lever and just laid back, he
somehow,
probably.
but
But
also,
all them fucking toys in his back seat.
You're also like struggling to breathe, which I guess I get.
I don't know. I don't know. That's when you got to keep like a little razor blade in your mouth. That's hard to do. I 100% do.
So guys, just so you know, always carry a razor blade in your mouth.
Wait, Ashley, have you tried that?
I have. I really did. No, I really did. I'm not going to hold y'all. I just wanted to know because I seen Tupac do it in that movie.
What?
No, it did not work out. I didn't cut myself, but as soon as I put it in, I knew. No, as soon as I put it in, I knew. I was like, yeah, no, because it was about this big. It was about this big, and I was like, no, it's not gonna work. Like literally, as soon as I did like this, I was like, where is this gonna even go? How the fuck did he even have this in his mouth? Like, was it? Never mind. Never mind. I am the type that tries things. I'm gonna let you know, as a child, if I seen it on TV, I was the dumb one that was gonna try it. Like, I just had to know what. Like, you ever seen the cartoons where they take the blanket and they jump off of shit and it turns into a parachute? I've tried that. Didn't work. Just for like 2 seconds, but didn't work. We're gonna start talking about me trying things. Chucky breaks into the home Too easy, by the way. Why are your doors unlocked? Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the 90s.
I feel like at that point we was locking
That's what I
doors. The
Some
80s,
people.
the 80s, I'll give them that. 90s, I'm like, and we in Chicago? You know where you at.
I mean, this is still like, a movie came out in 1990, so maybe like 89.
And this was like suburban area,
Yeah, you're
like
in
super
suburbia.
suburban.
I'm not taking that.
But also not okay.
Yeah.
Like,
You're right,
lock your
okay.
doors.
Lock your doors. Chucky instantly got smoked with Tommy, so much so that he takes the figurine from earlier and beats the doll with it, breaking the figurine and Tommy's face. Chucky proceeds to bury the doll out back and pose as Tommy from here on out. Okay, side note, and I wrote this in my notes. I have a student that looks just like Chucky, but he's really stinking cute. But he's blonde. He's almost the same height. Literally has the round face, has the cheeks, blue piercing, and you know blue eyes scare me. Piercing blue eyes, but he literally has the little haircut, like the hair, but it's just blonde. But he's so stinking cute. Oh
You
my
know,
goodness.
I finally understand what you're talking about with the blue eyes.
Aren't
I
they
started
scary?
watching this show last night called Why Women Kill. And one of the characters, beautiful, but her eyes are scary.
Piercing blue eyes are freaky.
Piercing. There's a reason why it's called like piercing blue eyes, where it's
Yeah,
like,
like
oh,
I don't like that. Like I'm trying to see.
It's
if I
as
have
blue as the
color
light
blue.
behind you.
Yeah, that's what it looked. And I'm just like, do you have a soul? Like, what is happening behind those eyes? I don't want to know. Get
to
away.
take it back to TikTok, there is this one TikTok person who like is really good at lip syncing to the sounds.
Mhm.
But she has these big, huge like eyes, and her eyes are super like bright blue. And
Keep it
she
away.
just looks at the camera like mouthing these words, and I'm like, girl, blink, please.
Because no, like there's an actress, and I bring her up all the time, and every time I bring her up, I cannot remember her name, but she plays the mom and stepfather too. Her eyes, that's what started it for me. And I think they have her playing roles where they play off her eyes looking like that. I'm going to show you guys a picture. Really, it's Meg Foster. That's who it is. Look at this lady. Guys, survivors, go look at Meg Foster. Look, why?
Oh no, that's creepy. Yeah.
Okay, so she does play a lot of roles where she's creepy.
Yes.
Like she was in Pretty Little Liar. She was Mrs.
Yes.
Grimwald or
Mhm.
something. And then, yeah, because then she
Like-
likes to play blind people too.
What?
That's
That
her
one up
natural
top?
eye
Oh,
color.
no.
Yeah, like I don't like that. I don't. No, girl.
But hey, she's working it. She's getting the
She
gigs.
is. Yeah, I'm not gonna hate on you, girl, because you're doing good.
Because
But
she
I'm
plays
just.
old creepy very, very well right now.
Mhm. I'm just.
One day that's gonna be me. That's my goal, to just play old and creepy.
I love that. Look at Cody. Cody said, "No, wait a minute."
Listen, we're getting married till death do us part. All right.
Don't bring me into this.
Last note: the Tommy doll was named after Tom Holland. No, not our baby Spider-Man, not that one. The director of the first one. I heard that the Eat Dirt Tommy was shade because Tom stuck them with the voodoo aspect, which Mancini low-key hated, but over time embraced. He's like, "Why'd you do this?" Like, I did.
I do remember seeing interviews with Don Mancini and how much he was like, "That wasn't my idea. That's not what I wanted to do." So,
Yeah.
I guess this is what it is. But now he's definitely, he's embraced it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The next morning, Phil confronts the kids for the broken figurine, and with no one confessing, they both get in trouble. The foster siblings start to bond as Kyle explains what foster kid life has been like. Meanwhile, upstairs, Phil is loudly expressing his disdain for Andy, with Joanne defending Andy. Andy thinks quickly and grabs the Chucky Tommy doll to show them that he's quote unquote trying to manage so they don't send him back, like Kyle mentioned before about other fosters. Now outside, Kyle and Andy are talking and bonding more as he's pushing her on a swing. And Kyle, being taller than Andy, her feet are kicking up the dirt where the real Tommy doll is buried, with Chucky, who's placed on this little bench in the garden, takes notice. Once again, the animatronics. When you see Chucky just turn his head and then his eyes get big, like, oh shit, damn. Get off the swing, bitch.
The one animatronic move that I really liked was a little bit before this, where he is taking place as Tommy, and he goes, "Hi, looks away, Tommy." Like he forgot his name. I'm like, oh shit.
I love that part. It
So
does
good.
not get old. Every time I watch it, I'm tickled because I'm like, I want to know who did that.
Right? Who's
Like,
choice was that?
did you guys write this in the script, or did this just like y'all was playing around? He was like, no, that's funny. Let's tape it. Because I love that part every single time. And Andy, on his final boy shit, he said, no, this is not how my dog know. Let me check these batteries real quick. He knew. Soon as he looked, he said, no, this is not right. But the doll has batteries. So for now, the guard is down. But not Chucky. Andy's still like, I'm still gonna keep my eye on you because no. And
I don't blame you, Andy.
There's a small scene with Joanne and Phil where Joanne is making something for Kyle. That scene was originally a little longer, but I feel like it's best now to mention that Joanne had a lot more to do with this movie and a lot of her scenes were cut out.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why. I think it was because they probably felt like it was too close to the Karen character, maybe.
Okay.
And they didn't want too much of the same of what was going on in the first movie. But I do know that the actress that plays Joanne, she was like, this was one of the worst filming experiences I ever had. And I wonder, is that the reason? Because like they probably had her shoot so many scenes and then for them only to get cut, you know?
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I've heard different things. This is like the Patricia Arquette in Dream Master for why she wasn't in that movie. Like it's almost like that. Like nobody knows for real. Like we don't know.
And it's so strange because it feels like the cast now, they have such a strong bond, especially, I mean, now Tiffany is in there, but like even Alex Vincent with Kyle, they're so tight and they're so close.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder like what really happened. That's so strange.
Yeah, like I have no idea. Andy wakes up to Chucky having tied him to his bed in order to begin the ritual of Damballa. Before he can complete the chant, Kyle suddenly sneaks into his bedroom window after hanging around. You know, she had a date earlier and she was going to go on this date, so she had to do what she had to do. Confused by Andy in this little predicament, Kyle tries to untie him, but Andy could not keep his shit for 2 seconds. And Joanne and Phil come in, and now they like, what the fuck, Kyle? Did you tie this little boy up so you can leave? Like, what? First of all, why did you think that was the situation?
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, that's your first inkling as to what's happening? I don't know.
Like, why would she tie him up so she can leave? If anything, I would have told his little ass to stay up to open the door for me so I could sneak in. Like, what? No.
And I was going to ask, why is she going in through his room?
Probably so she doesn't make noise at the front door.
But so how did she get out of the house without making noise at the front door?
I have no idea. Maybe she left out the window. Who knows?
Maybe his window had like a platform and her window didn't.
Mm-hmm. Like how Sydney's and Nancy's room has that little ladder outside. Yeah,
maybe that's what I was thinking too, or I don't know. Or I honestly thought she forgot. She was like, "Oh shit, this is Andy's room."
I was thinking maybe like since she's a smoker, she was probably like, "Okay, I'm about to go outside and smoke," and stayed out there for a little too long that nobody questioned it and just left. Yeah. I'm making up stuff. I don't know. This is what I would do. No, I would do that. I mean, like, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I'll be like, I'm about to disappear, y'all.
I'm about to go for a walk.
And really disappear.
Oh my God.
Next morning, while Andy attends his first day at his new school, Chucky secretly hitches a ride underneath the school bus. Time out. You little shit that pushed Andy for no goddamn reason, I'm on your ass.
Oh, when he was on the bus?
Yeah, because what was that about? Why?
Unnecessary.
Okay. And then I noticed that a whole bunch of the little kids, once again, thank you to CZ's World. I do have a lot of CZ's World links down below, but I didn't realize all them kids had like Chucky t-shirts on. I was like, damn. I mean, it makes sense. like it's like 5 kids on the bus that like literally have different color shirts, but they have like the good guy doll on them.
Oh shoot.
I
Okay.
was like, damn, poor Andy, this baby cannot get away, which makes sense because it's a popular doll. But I'm like, damn, this poor baby cannot get away.
Those foster parents need their foster license revoked because how are you talking about giving a volume to a child?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like literally was joking about that's not funny. That's not funny. This is why I said, Phil, you know what? I'm gonna get on you later.
I
thought you were saying that because of the egg salad sandwich.
That too. But I mean, she was trying to be nice because Andy told her that Andy told her that his mom used to make eggs. And, you know, she trying, but I'm like, egg salad.
My mama loved egg salad. Okay. She always stay making egg salad sandwich.
I can't get on board with egg salad sandwiches for some reason.
Yeah, but I haven't had it in a minute. And I think now I developed like a texture thing to it, but I don't know if I haven't had it in a second. I know I ate it when I was younger.
My mom eat it to this day. Like, Mom, what you eat for lunch? Oh, I'm making the egg salad. Ma'am, what?
She getting her protein in, okay? Also, as a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
if I am at the board doing whatever the fuck I'm doing, and I hear a commotion and I turn around, I see one of my students turned around like this, grabbing their ear. Clearly, they are not the aggressor.
Yeah.
This is Kettlewell. Why? And then she did not need to come at Andy. New students need to worry about getting on my good side. Bitch, you need to worry about making him feel comfortable at this here new school.
Seriously.
Like, you know what? You
also, why didn't the foster parents call Miss Kettlewell or the principal and be like, hey, this is a new student. This is his backstory. Be very careful with him, please. Just keep a lookout.
Because
but no,
they don't
she's
care
like,
for real.
Yeah,
they don't.
I mean,
they really don't.
This and the last movie are really mostly about Andy just constantly being like not cared for by the adults around him.
Mm-hmm.
Or not believing him, like 100%, you know.
Because even though his mom does come around, it took her a second. She was like, Andy, baby.
I really hate it when parents don't believe children. And I know I say this all the time, but it really grinds my gears.
Yeah.
That's one of when they do that in movies, when it's the I don't believe the character. I'm like, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not gonna even say that. I'm real superstitious. I'm real stitious. Okay. I'm gonna be like, which one is it? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get in the
car.
car.
I tell you, if I have a child and my child come home and be like, Mom, I have an imaginary friend and this imaginary friend told me to do something crazy, I'm gonna be like, oh hell no.
Nope.
We're calling someone.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
To handle this because I am not equipped.
But I do think that like A Nightmare on Elm Street does this perfectly, where it kind of does bring it up the fact that like that's an issue in the series that the parents, they're all troubled because they don't believe the kids.
Those parents are gaslighters because they know damn well that shit was real.
Yeah.
They are gaslighting. Okay. They said, look, gas prices is high. We can still pour a little gas. All right. It's not real, baby. Take this Hypnosil.
But Miss Kettlewell definitely deserves her comeuppance with this kill.
Let me go ahead then. During recess, Chucky sneaks into Andy's classroom and manages to find Andy's test paper on Miss Kettlewell's desk to write profanity on it. Once class is dismissed, Miss Kettlewell uncovers Andy's paper with the obscenity on it. Fuck you, bitch. But Chucky did this. Andy did not do this. But she don't know that. She thinks Andy did it. And what happens is when the students leave, she makes Andy stay after school for after school detention, locks him in the classroom, locks Chucky in this little utility closet that they have in the classroom, which I thought was pretty cool, but some people have a problem with it. I don't know why. Anyway.
Why would I have a problem with that?
Yeah, they was like, that's not realistic that they would have that closet. First of all, what type of school have y'all gone to? Like,
yeah,
it's a coat closet. It looked like it's costumes in there for when they do like little like plays and things. It's toys.
That was my only question. Like, I totally think it's realistic that they would have, especially for this kind of school, a big closet to keep all that stuff in. Like, what do you expect them to have?
That way, I don't have to like go all the way down to this room to go get all the stuff, because why would I want to do that? It's all right there. Like,
and I think most people are thinking if you're talking about people reviewing now, then they're probably thinking about how classrooms and stuff are set up now. But like,
y'all modern ass schools.
Right.
Modern ass.
I miss, because no, I talk about this all the time. I hate the way schools look now. They look like corporate offices. I miss when schools look the way they look in this building, in this movie. Like, this is what I like my schools to look like. Like this whole modern sleek, and I love modern and sleek. But when it comes to the school, I'm just like, it's giving 9 to 5 corporate. And
No.
that's ghetto. I don't want it. Andy tries to convince her that Chucky was the one behind this, but since she don't believe him, locks Chucky up in the closet, locks him up in the room, goes to call Joanne and Phil to be like, hey yo, you got to pick up your kid because he in after school detention.
Yeah.
So Andy, poor little baby, is in the room by himself. Chucky ass is banging on the damn door. Let me out, Andy. Bitch. Andy had the right idea on his final boy shit.
So smart.
Hopped out that window so quick. So quick. I'm happy he wasn't on the second floor or anything, because I don't know what he was gonna do. But he got out of that door, not the door. He got out of that window quick, no questions. Miss Kettlewell comes back and notices that the classroom is empty. Then she starts calling for Andy. Come out the closet, you stupid bitch.
How would
Then
he
just
get
lock
in
it.
there if she locked the closet when she left?
Ma'am, like, come on. Let me see
She
your teacher.
old.
Let me see your license. I need to see your
She old.
license.
I feel like, look, she looked like she probably, might be like her retirement gig, got a little up in age, and she's just doing this to last a few more years before she can just chill at home.
It may be something. 'cause
I
I'm just
definitely
like,
feel that
ma'am.
vibe with her. She don't get you.
Because why are you so annoyed with the kids like
Yeah.
this?
You need to have patience.
I don't think she's quite that old yet, but I think that she's been teaching for like 20 years. She's over it at this point, but like, what's she gonna do? This is all
Then
she
go
knows how to
home.
do. So she like,
go home.
Work in the office, be the secretary or something. I don't know. Something. She unlocks the closet door and uncovers nothing at first, but as she goes inside to take a better look, Chucky pops out and impales her in the chest with an air pump. He then proceeds to beat the naughty Mrs. Kettlewell to death with a yardstick, and I was satisfied. Also, real quick, the sound design in this whole scene. So when we started, we had Andy on the playground and he's like throwing a ball at the gate. So you just hear, like, this is not the perfect sound, but you just hear this the whole time. Then you get a few shots like around the school, and then it goes to Chucky looking for the papers. You can still hear Andy like playing with the ball. And I didn't notice it till this watch. I'm like, damn, is this supposed to mean something? Or is this just like, I am me, you are me? I don't know what's going on here. But oh yeah, no, I ain't have anything else to say. Bye, Mrs. Kettlewell.
I can't believe Chucky has the amount of strength to just like beat her to death, but it was pretty when you really think about it, having an air pump stab you and then have the air being blown into you, because I think he does that at the same time.
He stabs her and pushes it in.
I'm like, that's gotta kill you. That's
yeah. I'm surprised she wasn't dead right there.
She seems perfectly fine for a good few seconds afterwards, but I'm like, that sounds painful.
I mean, it depends where it went inside of her. Listen, this is my role.
And
here,
then, of
right?
course, like, this is like the late 80s, well, it's 90s, but those toys was dangerous. Like, they really were kind of like, you remember those darts that got recalled? Because they were really like pointy at the end. I think like something happened to a kid. Like, I don't know if they died. Something happened. Else got recalled. Did the kid die?
I don't know.
Something happened. Y'all can look it up. We're not gonna look it up right now.
But darts are dangerous.
Yeah,
Or
they are.
art is, I don't know.
It depends on who's throwing it. You seen that video of Mike Tyson throwing them darts blindfolded and he hit the bullseye? That's fucking scary. I'm already scared of him.
Did you see that he released Canada's ear treat?
I saw the gummies. I want to bite one. Here I am talking about I'm scared of him, but I want to bite gummy ears. You know what?
I mean,
That's
branding.
I love it. So if anybody, y'all want to send me something, y'all can send me that. All right. Making it back home, Andy tries to explain what happened, but again, Phil ain't hearing it, leading to him again loudly protesting his disdain for Andy. Kyle comes to comfort Andy, but at this point, Andy accepts, this is his reality. Chucky is always going to be a thing in his life and nobody's going to believe him. It is what it is. That night, Andy grabs an electric knife and heads down to the basement. Seeing Chucky has moved from his spot, he searches around until Chucky drops down on top of him. Hearing the struggle, Phil finds Andy in the basement with the knife, thinking he about to be on some other shit, like trying to kill the whole family. I don't know what Phil thought was about to happen, but he was not prepared for what was about to happen. Trying to unarm Andy, he does not notice Chucky is under the stairs with a hooked fire poker and is tripped, strung up by the ankle as Chucky finally reveals himself to Phil. And in total shock, Phil is too stunned to speak as Chucky drops him, breaking Phil's neck and killing him instantly. Joanne and Kyle finally get down to the basement, and Joanne coldly yells at Andy, not knowing really what happened, but it's enough to make her pack Andy's shit and that night send him back to the foster home. Damn, Joanne. Couldn't wait till the morning. Like,
no, she's had enough. This is her breaking point.
Carver.
You like the what, Nay?
The little meat carver.
You like the who? Say that one more time.
The meat carver.
Oh, the electric knife. I was like, what?
For a second there, I thought it was like just a 90s thing, but I think they still sell it today, right?
Yeah, they're
It's
still around.
Oh,
popular.
yeah.
They may not be that big anymore, like with the giant base, but yeah.
Nice little
Yeah,
thingy.
probably a little more compact.
A good line here from Chucky. How's it hanging, Phil?
I almost put that in the clear, but I was like, it's gonna be too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love it because he just looks at him. How's it
With like a
hanging, Phil?
smirk
Like,
in
yeah,
his face.
bitch.
Like, hey.
I was live this whole time. You should have listened. I got you now, bitch.
Even though this 10-pound doll is holding most of his weight on the ankle, we'll ignore that part.
You know what? That 10 pounds is heavy. Okay, this is a different kind of
I will say I'm kind of surprised how except for like the ending where you get Chucky's death, I was surprised how like not as gory Chucky was in this entry, because that death was like, okay, he just fell, but I mean obviously like he dies from it, but I'm like, oh, okay, I was expecting a little bit more blood, but
I think that might have been because this whole kill is shot in reverse. So they started with Phil on the ground like this already,
and just like,
and they shot him going up in the air
Smart.
versus. So that's probably why it's not as bloody. This is also where I mentioned that I got the series vibes from this part when Chucky is in the basement running behind. I don't know if it's what type of sheet this is, but it makes me think of when Jake and Lexi go back to Lexi's house. And there's that one random ass Chucky doll that was behind the curtain and he gets popped by some. I won't spoil it in case somebody still has not, even though I don't know how you're this far into this and we've just been dropping all types of spoilers. But anyway,
seriously,
it gave me those vibes. I'm like, damn, Don Mancini, you just give us all the Easter eggs, stuff for me to go back and see. And I just, you know what? I appreciate you for this. Thank you. Before Andy leaves, he warns Kyle that Chucky is still down in the basement and girl, you need to do something about him because he gonna come get y'all too and then he gonna come for me. So buy me some time. Thank you. Having a smoke and a swing, Kyle kicks up the Tommy doll after seeing that the one that she literally just threw away is gone. She puts 2 and 2 together and it equals 4. Hearing a noise upstairs, she arms herself and discovers Joanne's dead body in an homage to Psycho. Chucky attacks Kyle, revealing himself to her, threatening to kill her, but realized that he needs to keep her around because she needs to take him to the foster home. I love the Psycho homage. I loved it. I didn't catch it, obviously, when I was younger, but after I seen Psycho and I seen her roll around in that chair, I said, oh, damn, Miss Bates. I love when Chucky is about to attack Kyle and he rises from the sheets. I was like, oh, more Freddy. I see it because Freddy does that in the original and then does it in New Nightmare. I was like, y'all just, can we get a Freddy Chucky crossover and y'all just call everybody bitches? Thanks.
I love this whole, my favorite is always a non-believer who ends up believing Chucky is real moment. Like one of my favorite scenes in horror cinema is when Karen finds out like the batteries and then she finds out that Chucky is real, and that's where he was like, you
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut. I'll teach you to fuck with me.
I love that line. It's one of my favorite scenes where she realizes that Chucky has been real and Andy is telling the truth this whole time. This whole section where Kyle is realizing everything that that Andy has been saying is true, though she really does seem not as phased that the dad has died and the mother has died, and maybe because she just she's not as close to them, but still it's pretty scary.
She's probably like, you know what, I knew foster life was something, but this is a whole new level. But at this point it is what it is. Kyle drives Chucky to the foster home with a little kickback, but we'll get in there later. He pulls the fire alarm in the building to create a diversion, and among the commotion, Grace Poole accuses Kyle of pulling the fire alarm. She grabs Chucky, but is fatally stabbed to death after he springs to life in her arms. Chucky grabs Andy and forces him to go on the back of a Chicago Sun-Times truck where he can begin the transfer. First of all, sir, let's go back to the cop. And I know I really didn't mention him. So while they're riding, Chucky is like, now drive before I fucking kick your teeth in. I'm like, damn, can you chill? All right. But so Kyle's speeding and she's like, get real in a Volkswagen. Like, anyway, they're speeding. And then what ends up happening is they get pulled over and the police comes and he's like, that's one of those good guy dolls. What's your name? Chucky. I cannot stand Chucky.
I love it. I love it.
Chucky. When do the dolls sound like that?
Seriously.
And then when it started bleeding, you seen dolls that pee? This one bleeds. I would have been like, okay, ma'am, step out the car.
Seriously. This is not okay.
See, I don't know. I think this guy made the right decision here to be like, you know what? I'm not touching this.
True. And that's also true.
Good night.
But
bye-bye.
I would have sent a little call out of them like, keep a lookout for a red Volkswagen.
Seriously, yeah. This is suspicious.
What's happening here? Okay. That's suspicious. That's weird. And then when we get to the foster home, the way Kyle was holding Chucky, I'm like, I would have been like, why are you blink once if you need help? Something like,
yeah.
Did you do that? Something. So when they get in the room and Chucky's like, amazing, isn't it? I'm like, girl, I bet you wish you had to just manage your business that day. That copy machine kills me every time. Just seeing her face like come out on the frame.
I just see some Art Deco arrangement of like a nice little one after one of like her face slowly slipping off of the printer.
Write that down.
Like if Chucky had his own crib, this would be framed.
It definitely would, because he's definitely a narcissist. Definitely. We know he has completion anxiety, so it might not be finished. There might be one picture missing, but let me get off him before he comes fuck me up. I quit. This is also where we get one of my favorite lines. Snap out of it. You act like you never seen a dead body before. Andy was shook. He didn't know you was going to do that. You could have warned him or something. But again, he has a point because you have seen multiple dead bodies at this point.
Wait a minute. I need to stop here and retract a statement that I said before. I said before that in the first one, his acting was Alex Vincent's. His acting wasn't as good, or like not as it is right now. But I totally remember that there is a scene in the first one where Chucky is pretty much doing what he's doing right now, trying to chase him and killing people. Do you guys remember the scene where he's like yelling at the person because he's in that room and he's like, help me, Chucky's coming. He's going to kill me. I was like,
that part gets me, my heart. And he just like slides down in the corner and starts crying.
That's a legit
what did y'all say to that little boy?
Job right there. Like that little boy is terrified. You believe it.
Yes. Every time I see that part, I want to cry. I'm like, I'm so sorry, babe. Come on, Andy. Finally, Kyle notices Andy walking with Chucky hand in hand toward the Play Pals Toys Incorporated factory. From there, he knocks Andy out.
They were not hand in hand. He was on his back.
He was,
They're just skipping along.
They was close. Kyle rushes as fast as she can to find them, but the chant is completed before she can. Though it would appear that Chucky has succeeded, he notices that his nose is bleeding, revealing that it is indeed too late and he is trapped inside this doll forever.
So I'm gonna just give a little insight into an inside joke that Sergio and I have.
Oh yeah,
and I'm gonna jokingly say that he said the wrong chant here, because in Seed of Chucky, at the very end, when Tiffany switches with what's the actress's name? I'm losing my mind.
Jennifer Tilly.
Yes. When Jennifer Tilly and Tiffany switch, Tiffany and the doll just says a switch.
A switch.
And that's it. That's all she does.
When she says that, it cracks me up. A switch. And then that doesn't happen here unless like it's a different.
I think it's a different incantation.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Unless it's different, which then I want Don Mancini to make a book of the rules
of different ones.
Like, let me know. Not that I need to do it, but just like a little behind the scenes.
Because I'm guessing, because here would be my answer. And I'm always trying to do something. This would be my answer. It seems like that chant that Chucky was doing was a soul transfer. The one that Tiffany was doing, she was more or less trying to bring him back. It wasn't like she was putting something into him. The doll was already there. She was just trying to wake him up.
Oh no, this was when she was trying to
Oh
transfer
no, you said
souls to
seed,
Jennifer
not
Tilly.
bride. I'm talking about bride.
Because
That's fair.
Tiffany wanted to go back and wanted to use Jennifer Tilly's body, right? So they switched bodies.
Yeah.
But she didn't say switch bodies here. I'm trying to find out if that's different.
Well,
because my thing is, I'm trying to figure out if he takes over Andy, would Andy be like in the sunken place?
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Chucky's just taking over, because it seems like in Seed they're literally trying to switch places, which I don't know how that will work out, but it might not work out as well, because once you in the doll and you try to reveal yourself, people gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
burn this and that's it. But it seems like here they're trying to do I really don't know, because I'm like, would Andy be in the sunken place, or
this could honestly go into a whole different 2-hour discussion on how let's break this down into how
let's do it. We'll plan it. We'll keep a tab on it.
I would say, I don't know. When you think about the series, what's the comes in the second place?
Nika. She doesn't go to bruh. Mancini, we need help.
No, it's true. We need Mancini. We need to contact him, get him on this call, and be like, explain this to us. We need some clarity, because I do think overall, I think the Chucky series does have a pretty good, consistent storyline that we can still follow.
Right.
We're just being nitpicky at this point.
Yeah, and because trust me, I don't care. Switch that body, girl. Do what you're gonna do, but it didn't work.
I feel like his answer would just be I never wanted this to be the way that it worked anyway. So why do I need to be consistent?
Right. This is why I didn't want to do this in the first place. Let's talk about this set design of this third act. It's so badass.
So good.
They wanted to do this in the original. Don't ask me how that was going to work. I'm glad they didn't, and they saved it for this next one. I know one note is this whole thing was supposed to take place during Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And that's why there are so many dolls in the factory, because it's supposed to be a high demand. And that's why they were trying to get clearance to get the dolls out and this whole Lakeshore Strangler thing, But when you walk in that when you walk in the toy factory, it's just damn, this is kind of scary. I don't know.
I think it's so cool.
Back out.
This whole finale must have taken a while to really figure out the functions of how everything worked, and you have to kind of figure out where they're going. It's just so awesome. I would love to enter this factory.
Yeah, we can. Do they have a walk through Universal?
Kind of giving me toys vibes. Remember that movie with LL Cool J and Robin Williams, Toys?
I do remember that. Wow, unlocked memory. I forgot about that movie.
That was my movie.
Oh, I forgot about that. Also, baby, I thought Andy was a goner. That moment where Andy opened his eyes and they both looked at each other, I said, damn, he did it. No. And then when his nose started bleeding, I said, oh, okay, we're good.
But why did Andy have to do it like that? You didn't have to fake us out. He was
yes, he did. I was like, say something. he like and I guess because I hadn't watched it, I knew what happened. But then when I looked, I said, "Damn, did he do it? You did it, Chuck." Oh, but guess what? Fucking enraged. Chucky tries to kill Andy because he is not happy. But Kyle manages to quickly, push a whole just slew of boxes on top of Charles Lee Ray, pissing Chucky off even more. Poor thing. He was like, ah! I said, ooh, I think y'all need to get out because somebody's not happy. While Andy and Kyle navigate through the huge labyrinth of boxes and machinery in the factory, Chucky does whatever he can to kill them. After trying to escape the claws of Chucky, the pair trap his hand in a gate where Chucky is forced to rip his right hand off. In a slight homage to Evil Dead, he forces a knife into the stub. Kyle and Andy find an exit door through one of the machines, but the door is locked, and a lone technician on the job not fucking paying attention to not a damn
Seriously.
thing. Okay.
I gotta say, this factory is so unsafe. So
very.
So a callback to a lot of our earlier episodes of the horror bandwagons. We used to have these things that I would do every episode called OSHA alerts.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole thing, like this whole like 30-minute scene is a giant OSHA alert.
I turned to Cody. I was like,
I remember those.
would this be an OSHA alert segment? And
I'm
he's like,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, emergency exits locked, no sort of machine guarding at all. My gosh. And only one person who, by the way, following proper OSHA protocols, he wouldn't have gotten killed by that eye thingy. So this is fine. I just like a giant factory like this, you would never have the whole factory running and only one person on the job. It's just not realistic.
Not even through the night shift.
Mm-mm.
Oh, excuse me. So the lone technician comes to, fix the little malfunction. Once the machine is fixed, Chucky slices him in the face, causing him to fall backwards on the conveyor belt and impaled through the eyes. Listen. The part when Candy, well, not the brother and sister name. When Kyle and Andy, I know, right? When Kyle and Andy are going up that light, I don't know how to describe it, but it definitely gave me Discovery Zone. I said, Andy, I feel you because I done fell back too many fucking times on that thing.
Oh my God, that was such real life for me.
Have you guys ever had the little play places that had that little thing
that you had to climb up?
That rolly thing?
That rolly thing. I've never been on it because I was such a scaredy cat when I was little, but I've seen it.
And you made a smart choice. You
made
the very smart choice. That was not for the weak. I don't know what type of crack I was on when I was little that I thought your fingers would get pinched.
No.
God forbid you slide down. And he was like, like.
And then it was like, were you actually supposed to climb up, or was it purely supposed
to
be
slide down? Nobody knew. Literally, nobody knew. Chucky pushing his stub into that blade. I felt that too. Because what the fuck? No.
Yo, they
absolutely not.
Fuck Chucky up in this, and it's so fun to watch.
It is.
I was like, oh, they're putting him through the ringer in this one. They're not holding back, which is good.
Like, I just, because the way like his head moves when he's like ripping his arm off, I'm like, you see that? Like, I mean, I guess at this point we know you're like fully human in that doll. But I was just like, you don't want to just stop. I mean, you already in it. Just stop. Just go find some new people. I don't know.
Yeah, seriously.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. After a few unsuccessful attempts at killing Chucky, by cutting off his legs and drowning him in molten plastic, they managed to finally succeed by forcing an air hose into his mouth, causing his head to blow up like an Airhead commercial and pop and suddenly explode, finally killing him.
Can I
say it again?
Can I say that I actually was kind of disappointed that this was how they like finally killed him? It seemed like so cartoonish compared to like everything else that we've just gone through, and then you just see his head like blow up.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was funny. It was like a cartoon character that died.
His little eye.
Yeah.
His little eye doing the. But also only because Cody brought it up earlier. I'm like, damn, but don't he got like a metal base in there?
Oh yeah. We got blades. People got to watch out.
I'm like, damn, I thought about that. But no, how did it inflate though? Did it inflate, or did the wax around his head inflate and the metal was just there?
No,
that could
be
too.
It.
But there was no head at the end. That's the thing.
You're right. I don't know. I don't care. It's still a good movie. We're gonna keep moving because we
But I
Look at me
do
realizing stuff.
like this last part because it reminded me. I think you guys did Stitches,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, it does remind me of that kill.
Of that kill, the head blown. That one always gets me because I hate when the kid is like, "What's happening?" and I'm like, "Oh no."
He's just delusional at this point. His brain got too much air and he has no idea what's going on.
No.
I'm like, poor thing. It literally looks like the Gushers commercials, the Airhead commercials when the heads used to get really big.
Yeah, terrifying.
Andy and Kyle exit the factory hand in hand, actually hand in hand this time, not, on the back, none of that. Andy asking, where is home? And Kyle humorously responding, saying, Andy, I have no idea. Did you guys know there was an alternate ending to this?
No.
Y'all, let me tell you
Did
something.
they die?
It's on YouTube. It's down below. No.
Oh, okay.
No. I would have been devastated. I would have been like, damn, Mancini, this what you doing? Jesus. But what happens is when Chucky's head explodes, a piece of it lands in that big ass vat that we see in 3. And that.
Oh, okay.
But in 3, since they didn't put it at the end of 2, they just redid that whole scene for 3.
Got it. Okay.
But that was, so you see a part in Survivors, it's down below in the show notes if you want to see it. It's a part of his eye and it goes in the vat. And for some reason, the vat is still on, but I guess it would still be on because the factory was still running. And you just see the eye melt into the wax. And that's how the new doll is created. And you see like the head. And when they show you the head, it has no eyes. It's literally like a Michael Myers mask. It's just the head.
Yeah.
No eyes, no nothing. And you just see it smile and the screen goes to black.
Not mad at
And
it.
that
I would have
was
accepted that.
I was fine with that. I mean, we knew he was coming back.
Yeah.
He didn't need to come back as fast as he did. Y'all could have waited a hot
It was like
second,
less than
but
a year, right? That they released the third one.
literally.
That's crazy.
I'm like, y'all, we could have waited, but I'm gonna save that for when we do Child's Play 3 because that was Child's Play 2.
I mean, overall, despite the many things that I seem to have criticized, I really enjoyed this movie.
Janae has a shit talker look on her face. I feel like she got some shit talking to say.
I don't.
Oh, why'd you make that face? You scare me. You have been scaring me this whole episode, like from top to bottom. Why did you make that face?
I like this movie.
Oh.
I did. There were some scenes that activated core memories, but for real, it kind of like felt like watching it for the first time, but not really.
Mm-hmm. Right. A revisit. Saying hi to an old friend. Your friend to the end.
I felt this is I don't know if this is weird, but this is a comfort blanket kind of film for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just love just putting it on and just chilling, or even if I'm doing stuff, like this is that kind of film for me.
No, exactly. The whole franchise. It's some movies. I feel like no. All of them. I will just turn on and go about my business. I was trying to think if there's one that I'm like, no. I have to watch this one. But no, I think all of them, I'm literally just like, oh, it's a cleaning day.
Yeah.
Okay, Chuck, you're up. I'm a pop in. Oh, Miss Kettlewell. Okay. Okay. Like, that's exactly how this one is for me. I agree.
Ratings.
Child's Play 2 has I'm gonna tell y'all right now. A 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb,
Oof.
a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 37%. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? No. 80% of Google users, including me, liked this movie. We'll let our guests do the honor. And you guys can obviously rate individually. What do you rate Child's Play 2?
I'm going to. That's so odd that the percentage is so low.
I know.
Especially because this would be a standout of the film. I mean, obviously, quality wise, cinematic wise, it does get better throughout the franchise. But I'm gonna give it 80 tickets.
I'm gonna give it a 75.
Janae?
Yeah, why you gotta say my name like that?
Y'all looking at you. You already know, everybody, they wait for this part. If anything else, I should probably put a timestamp on your rating alone. They legit want to know, like, did she like this movie? Did she not? Like, what's happening?
It's the wild card.
Yeah.
I know.
Because I didn't like none of them daggone clown movies. All right. So I gave this movie an 80.
Oh yeah.
I'm too stunned to speak.
Chucky.
I know, but I just know you. Because you'll throw a 60 out real quick. You'll be like 60.
Damn.
For me, I think I'm just playing favorites. I'm giving this 100.
Wow, that's 2.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if this is my second 100 of the season or third
It's
one.
something.
It's something like that. But I just, like Sergio said, this is my comfort movie. Y'all not about to come for Charles Lee Ray. Y'all not about to come for Andy Barkley. And you're not coming from, what's Kyle's last name? We don't even know. You're not coming for Kyle either. Okay? No. Y'all gonna respect the Chuck. Okay? Boom.
There's something about Chucky in particular that just resonates with everybody. This is like everyone's homeboy. Like Chucky is everyone. Like I feel like even like hardcore people have like tattoos of Chucky. You know, I could definitely see that. So I understand. I don't understand why people rate it so low, but I understand why people love him.
I'm like, I'm not taking nothing over. Like, I'm just, this rating score, even though I know Rotten Tomatoes has like a weird system.
Yeah.
But I'm just, no, it's okay. We go ahead and head off to the souvenir shop.
Thanks for writing. Before you go, take a detour into the souvenir shop.
Johnny, I know you're going to kick me out the park, and I know you are fucking tired of me talking about this, but I think we should have good guy waterproof bonnets for rain days.
Girl.
I can't get over that picture of him in that bonnet. I need to see it up close. And I just feel like, the rain day in the park, we can still operate. Everybody got their little good guy bonnet.
Their little good guy bonnet. I love it.
Yeah,
I can't.
You want to go first?
Yeah. So I have 2. The first is going to be that Art Deco print arrangement.
Okay.
Yes.
Of the woman Grace. Yes. Thank you. I'm awful with names.
I get that. I have some very
like
confused guests when they come over, but
the other thing that's in the souvenir shop for me is those embroidered jean capris that Kyle was wearing with the green sweater.
Like those. That was cute. And no, because the thing is, I've been seeing them make a comeback. They haven't made like a full comeback, but I've been seeing it. And I remember when I was younger, my mom bought me a pair and I thought they were fugly. But now I'm like, damn, those was, my mama knew what she was talking about. Dang, I should have listened. But I do like those.
Mine is a little gross.
It's fine. We love that.
So I would, because at the end where Chucky is like just covered in all that gook, I don't know what it was. What was it? Plastic or something?
Wax.
That's what it was. Wax. It always, when I was a kid, it always reminded me like it was like some sort of like chocolate, like malted chocolate or something. I always thought it tasted good. So I would have like a little popsicle of white chocolate that looked like the shape of Chucky in that state.
You know what? That's great marketing, because whenever you go to the ice cream truck, I can't talk today. Yeah. Whenever you go and you see that little bubbles popsicle and the eyes are always like this, that's perfect. You don't even got to try hard.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I love that. We're going to go right ahead and get into park announcements. And let's get into it. First off, I want to thank our guest today, the Horror Bandwagon, for coming to visit us in the park. One more time, please tell everybody where they can find you, your socials, all that. And y'all better follow them.
Oh my gosh.
Hi guys, following that. We are like, thank you so much for having us on your pod. Like, I thank you to all the survivors who have welcomed us here. You guys are amazing, and we can't thank you enough. We're fans of you guys. So for us, if you want to follow us and be our friends, you can go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube channel, all over. It's going to be the Horror Bandwagon.
Except for Twitter.
Oh,
Twitter is Horror Bandwagon. No, the.
Yeah, for some reason, we just said Horror Bandwagon. But you can also go to our website, which is www.thehorrorbandwagon.com. We release, right now our schedule is to release episodes on Tuesdays, and we release our YouTube videos on either Saturday or Sunday, with us streaming on Twitch at 7 p.m. And we just play games and stuff like that. We have fun.
Mm-hmm. No, it's really fun. It's super fun. First of all, I love you guys' outro when you're doing your socials and Cody's like, Horror Bandwagon, no the. Like, I thought you guys were about to do it now, and I was waiting for it. I was like timing it.
We did a little different.
I love it. So, sticking to our current themes, Toybox Terrors, we are 1 for 4. We have 3 more movies. If you want to see what those are, you can check us out on our socials at D180 Podcast everywhere. That's IG, Twitter, TikTok. You can check out that park guide to see what else is coming up. Our next episode is Dolls from 1987. Now, really quick, I know we didn't do this. Usually for our first episode, we give you a little history lesson on the theme, what we're doing. We're saving that for next episode because Janae and I have a really big surprise next episode. You're not going to figure it out at all, but just wait. You got to see what happens when we get there. And I don't got nothing else to say. Bye, friends. Friends.
Bye, y'all.